stuff.
Well, it like the
People singing in it.
Oh.
yeah.
Really upset.
No, they added like a new character in it, which was really weird because like his whole thing was he was like this. It kind of tried to make King and I into Aladdin.
What?
Yeah, like the opening scene of just like I whistle like my happy tune or whatever.
Yeah.
Like that scene then become, as opposed to just like we're going into a new country and I feel nervous,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm then just doing that. Like they're on the sea and like the royal advisor sees them coming and like kind of foretells
The fuck?
the fucking like downfall of the nation or some shit like that, or she's gonna be like this thing. So he sends a sea serpent to like capsize the boat, and she's just starts whistling. It's like, I'm not nervous that this giant sea monster is in front of me. Yeah, it's something. And then like there's another, like the servant to like the royal advisor, his whole thing is that like he has like a perfect set of teeth, but he keeps on doing comedic pratfalls and starts losing them throughout the movie. Like,
What? Who made this?
like Google it.
Okay, I'll Google it. By the way, we're streaming.
Oh, we are streaming?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. No, but like it was like this weird animated version of The King and I. And I just remember stumbling upon to it, and it was just the weirdest fucking thing. It also, so like The King and I is not that great in Asian representation just to begin with.
Yeah.
Because of like just the the time that it was made.
You talking about this?
Yes.
Oh, God.
That. So it's not that great.
It's not Rodgers and Hammerstein. Who did this?
Well, okay, so Rodgers and Hammerstein were the people who wrote the musical.
Oh, okay.
Because it's Rodgers and Hammerstein's King and I.
Oh my God. Sorry. I'm just looking at. I was trying to find who produced it, and it was is The King and I a Disney film? And then is The King and I based on a true story? And then is The King and I culturally accurate? And then, oh God, it's Morgan Creek Entertainment. So it was just like, it's maybe in a company that like, film developed by Richard Rich. Richie Rich made the movie.
Oh my fucking God. That's.
And then culturally accurate. King and I may be interesting movie that contains elements of Thai history and culture, but is severely lacking when it comes to being factually correct.
Oh yeah, like if I remember correctly, the person who The King and I was actually based off of was a real woman, if I remember correctly. And don't quote me on any of this, but yeah. Oh, by the way, my boyfriend's on stream with us this round.
Say hi, Aaron.
Hi, Aaron.
Thank you.
Good. I don't even know if we can hear you. Probably not. But shit. What was I talking about?
King and I.
Oh yeah, King and I. Because I think the woman was actually a real person, and it was based off of like her biography. So it's filtered through a lot of shit.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
a lot of like British colonialism and all sort of that stuff.
That is something that I liked about the dramatic remake that they did in I think 2000 or something, is the fact that part of the granted it's an American movie, so like of course they're gonna shit on British people.
Yeah.
But part of her lesson, because there's more of a learning of different things, like she learns to be less of a bitch, and
Yeah.
he learns to be more civilized.
Like be
giant
more
air-
open to change.
Yeah, but something that she eventually does independent of the king. She does this sort of on her own, where she criticizes a bunch of British people for being racist about Thailand, and she has a whole speech about how that like someone says the ways of England are the ways of the world, and she's like, the ways of England are the ways of one world, one that I am ashamed to call my own. And I'm like, that's good. That's a good take.
Yeah, I like that. That's really nice. So like, it's really
Hi, Great Angel.
It's so really weird for like these musicals because it's, and I'm finding this a lot in like modern productions of it, because they're so titular to like musical theater and things like that. They find the thing that still makes them culturally relevant. Like Oklahoma is a great example. The most recent revival of Oklahoma, it's called Bloody Oklahoma.
Oh, wow.
Well, yeah, because like one thing about Oklahoma that wasn't necessarily featured in, you know, the main one, because it was about, you know, the founding of Oklahoma, about all sort of that
It
stuff.
is about the founding of Oklahoma?
Yeah, you didn't know about that?
No! I have seen that play performed, and I had no idea. It was a
Yeah, it's about yeah, it's about like part of the narrative is that they're making the Oklahoma Territory into Oklahoma State.
I didn't know that. I just thought it was a stupid fucking love triangle between an asshole named Judd and some other people.
Oh, that's really funny. Yeah, no, that's a part of it. It's like that's one of the reasons why it's so like that's one of the reasons why it's so like considered to be like an American musical. Is you okay, dude? I saw that when I was like, oh fuck, when I was maybe like 8 or 9, like our grandmother took us to see it at the local performance theater. And I'm pretty sure she showed me the Golden Age musical film as well. I have seen that story multiple times. Oh my god.
I don't remember anything about Oklahoma other than they're there and there's a song about it.
Yeah, like it's about like the taming of the Oklahoma Territory.
Oh my god, that's so fucking funny.
Well, yeah, but like it's also like it's really funny because there's a lot of stuff in there that is actually very violent.
Yeah.
And a lot of things about like because the modern production, the reason why it's called Bloody Oklahoma is because it leans into that. It very much dives into the uncomfortable realities of building a community at the expense of othering people. Like what is Judd's the guy who gets fucking killed, right?
because
poor Judd is dead.
Yeah, that's because I will always remember that refrain of poor Judd is dead.
Yeah, so like in that,
I'm telling a goddamn anecdote.
Okay, go ahead.
There we go. Yes, Aaron put finger guns next to his head as he so well deserved. But I remember that because we went to go see it while our grandparents were still building the farm that is around their house.
Yeah.
And the flower and plant farm that's around their house, and so they were still tilling land and stuff, and they had a gopher problem for a while.
Oh yeah.
And my grandmother named a particularly tenacious gopher Judd.
We have the greatest senses of humor, don't we?
And so when he finally died, she just kept going, "Poor Judd is dead."
Oh my god. Oh, jeez, that's funny.
Yeah.
But like in the show, Judd gets like fucking murdered by the community.
By the community, I thought he.
Well, like.
They get into the version
into a knife fight.
Yeah, they get into a knife fight and then he accidentally kills him.
Yeah. So, but like because the thing is that fucking oh shit, I forget the fucking character. The oh what a beautiful morning. You know,
Hugh Jackman.
Han Jackman.
Han Jackman. Yes.
Like.
He hasn't told you that one, Aaron? Han Jackman?
Yeah. You know how there's Pamela Henderson?
Yeah, there's Pamela Henderson and there's Han Jackman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pamela Henderson and Han Jackman.
We came up with a couple more too.
Yeah, we did, but
scene just keeps going. I guess that means the chorus.
That's fair. But no, like Hugh Jackman's character,
Yeah.
He's supposed to be kind of emblematic of the community.
Yeah.
And he's supposed to be like the golden boy. He's supposed to be the one that like everyone respects and loves. So essentially by him killing Judd, the community is killing him for being an other. Is sort of like the symbolism behind it.
Are you ready?
So in that scene, because one thing that was done in a lot of stage
All right,
like
let's go
modern
talk to them.
adaptations, or not modern adaptations, but a lot of like revivals of it, is they keep the violence very clean. Like there isn't a lot of blood. It's just sort of like an oopsie, things like that.
Oopsie,
Oopsie.
we moided you.
Yeah, oopsie, we kind of killed you. When in Bloody Oklahoma, it's violent. Like there's blood on the stage. Like he gets kind of
On the stage?
Yeah, no, like he gets fucking stabbed, and like the audience gets splattered with his fucking blood.
Oh,
like,
Jesus.
They drag his corpse off the stage.
Oh, God.
Like it's called Bloody Oklahoma for a reason, and I think. Yeah, Judd Splashguards.
Excuse me, I think you mean the Waterworld show
Oh.
at Universal Studios
In Orlando, Florida.
No, just Universal Studios. Period.
Well, that's also in Orlando.
It is
Florida.
also in Orlando, but but like, so I'm saying this because there was one time we went to go. I was out visiting. This was when I lived with my dad, and I don't remember why I was coming up, but we went out, and then for whatever reason we went to Universal Studios.
Not in Orlando, Florida.
Not in Orlando, Florida. And so then we went to go see the show, but it was a particularly chilly day in California. And
one of the few.
One of the few. Very weird. One of those weird, like, cold spring mornings where it's like where there's like frost at higher elevations, and then it's all gone in 3 hours.
Yeah.
But it just happened to be foggy that day, so it was cold all day. And so no one was sitting in the splash zone, and I'm just like, fuck this. This is why you come to the show. This is it's whatever. This is the point. And so I took it upon myself to be literally the only one in the crowd to sit in the splash zone. And so so here's the thing, is that I wasn't really getting wet. Like, there's not a lot of water. There's the stage is so far away from the audience that there's not a lot of water that actually gets to the audience. But there is a moment where they get buckets and they just chuck it into the audience to make sure that you get wet. And so there's a moment where they're it's very clear that this audience doesn't want to get wet, so they're kind of being respectful for that. So there's one side, they start on one side and they throw it in the audience, and it kind of like gets some toes, and it's whatever. And then the guy who's in charge of my section sees me, and then he looks at the person who is in charge, who is, I guess, playing the bad guy, and he's like, huh? And the guy just nods, and he goes, okay, and then he throws it all on me.
That is not the first time someone at an amusement park has specifically decided to single you out and fuck with you.
Yeah,
that's the funny thing.
Oh yeah.
Well, because there was the not scary farm incident.
Yeah, the nuts. I got sexually assaulted by a zombie.
Yeah.
It was I think it was the second time I was there. I was hanging around. I don't do well with horror, like stuff that's scary. As I've become an adult and learned the true existential horrors of the world, like horror things don't scare me as much. But
horror is one thing. Dead zombies,
that is another thing. But at
taxes.
Oh god. But at the time, that shit just scared the ever-loving fuck out of me, and I just would collapse into a disgusting puddle of patheticness
and piss
and shit, not cum. Yes, piss was essential. Shit was a bonus. Cum never happened.
Still,
but it was not. They were related, but it wasn't at the same time. It was very weird.
Yeah, it was just like one right after the other.
Yeah, and well, it was like one happened, I moved, another happened, I moved, and then another happened. It was like I was still. Well, yeah, but it wasn't me.
No, it was a jerk.
But anyway, so I was with some.
What was that?
Oh, they're just machines are attacking, so you have to fight them. But I was brain. I was walking around with some friends. I had already been like scared out of my mind, so I was a little bit high on adrenaline, and I was a little bit calmed down. And then all of a sudden, I feel this like touching sort of scrape sensation on the base of my neck going up to the base of my head, and I like jump 3 feet in the fucking air, and I'm just like, what the fuck? And I turn around, and there's some dude in some very effective zombie makeup and costuming, just like, oh. I hate the employees of Knott's Berry Farm, during Not Scary Farm, because they're terrible.
Well, yeah, they're specifically paid to be terrible.
Well, no, but here's the thing though, is like there's part of the conversation is yes, their job is to scare you and fuck with you, but if you are a 16-year-old kid crying your eyes out because because you were too scared to follow your family into a haunted house, and now you're lost. You don't know what's going on. You're surrounded by things that that are trying to scare you, freak you out. And I'm just,
The safe
obviously I'm
zones are
talking
there
about
for a
me.
reason.
Yeah, but it's just, but it's this whole thing. And then the guy is listening to me. This is listening to me, just bawling my eyes out, just saying like, I'm scared. I don't know what's going on. And then in the middle of the conversation, he just goes, bah! And I'm just like, you fuck. And he's like, hey man, I'm just doing my job. And like in hindsight, I was like, no, you're not. You're being a cunt.
Your job is to be a cunt. Let's keep it real here, guys.
Yeah. Like you just no. That is awful, awful, awful. And I don't use that word lightly.
Well, it's like that's the one word that you think.
Yeah, that's the one word I know that exists solely to hurt other people. Like it has no other function in language or society, as far And so I mean, other than maybe in the UK, it's not as heinous.
I know in Australia, it's not.
Yeah, it's virtually meaningless there, but here, like, Americans use it purely just to hurt people, and specifically women. And so I save that for people who earn the title, and that guy was one.
I got killed. You look like a ferret. Die, ferret. Ooh, hell yeah. Fuck him up. Okay, where's this? What's that? Gotta pick up that thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. You really do need to buy some more weapons.
You know what? Eat my ass.
Your boyfriend's here.
Aaron? Yeah, exactly.
That's right, you do. I'm still not doing it, but like...
Solid. Yeah. We understand the need. We're not gonna be doing
just
it.
like, we both know those kinds of impulses.
Alright. I don't remember where I could buy the thing.
Well, you're in the middle of a mission now, you can't.
Well, shit.
But at some point, well, here's the thing: you're on like baby mommy milker level. So like,
I'm on what level, James?
Baby mommy milker level.
I'm on exactly what level, James?
You're on the baby mommy milker level.
Okay, good. I wasn't sure. Cause wait,
Yeah.
what am I on again?
Baby mommy milker.
Oh, okay. That's what?
Baby mommy milker.
Oh, okay. I got it.
You want to be fancy.
Oh.
And that's
Nobody
fair.
likes Jim. Nobody likes me.
Nobody likes me.
Nobody likes me. Everybody
Hates me. Guess I'll suck some tit.
Oh.
Well, the mommy and the milkers.
Yeah.
That has to be a band name. The mommy and the milkers.
Yeah,
It's like a bunch of like. they're. That's amazing.
I like that.
That is amazing. But you're on such an easy level that you could feasibly play and beat this game with just the base weapons that you've been given.
But I want to get more weapons.
But you want to do.
Sounds like fun.
You want to do cool stuff.
I want to do cool things.
Cool stuff.
And get that. And eat my ass. Haha. Gonna steal that. Gonna make sure that I harvest your corpse for the raw materials. Because, that's just kind of how this game works.
I love how she can just lean down and wave her hands, and she just it immediately extracts a lot of very delicate machinery.
I know. She's like, you know what? Dude, I've destroyed and dismantled this very complex thing of machinery. Wasn't that supposed to be a thing like in the first game though? Like you learn how to do that in her time of learning how to become a brave?
Yeah, when you as part of the tutorial narratively she is taught how to. This game does a very good job of narratively explaining the video game bullshit. And so in the first game there is a moment where you're being taught how to harvest nice. How to harvest from enemies, and so like narratively, it's just like she knows how she can do this quickly because she knows how to do it. But video game wise, it's just like we're not gonna turn this into a fucking mini game. So Green Angel says "Mommy and the Milkers" definitely sounds like some kind of hardcore femme punk band.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, and
it's
it's just a bunch of lesbians, but the secret is that one of them is pan.
Yeah, they're hiding their pan identity for the sheer purpose of their band would make sense.
Yep. They're committing to the bit.
Yeah, they're fully committing to the
So
bit.
yeah,
Once
so
they
she's
break up, they're gonna come
yeah.
out.
So she starts dating a bisexual guy, and it's like a really like
It becomes a scandal.
It becomes a huge scandal.
Because it's like, oh no, Mommy and the Milkers, what's gonna happen?
Oh, when if you beat up on an enemy long enough, you basically charge an area. This was I think like an ability you could unlock in the first game, but now it's just a thing you can do. And so when you hit that blue glowy area with an arrow, it explodes.
Oh.
And so it just does a bunch of damage.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to the next. I'm gonna fucking kill you. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Get killed. Oh, there's
Get
the-
good, scrub.
Eat shit and die.
Oh, now you know my pain.
Fuck.
Again, hit it with a charge attack. Yeah. Ooh, look how much damage you did.
Oh.
I know.
That's always how he does it. Ah, shit.
You good boy.
Good boy.
I don't know.
Alright.
I don't know why I started talking to you like a dog, but
I mean, yeah, kindergartner.
yeah,
dog.
yeah. There's not that huge of a difference.
Okay, guess I'm gonna fucking get killed.
Oh no! Oh, shoot it! Shoot it, and it'll explode. Oh, you have to hit it in like the. There you go.
Haha.
Yeah.
Get dead.
That was the last machine.
But yeah, so it just sort of. I think it just sort of helps you out if you are a more melee fighter, or if you get into like a fist fight with a giant dinosaur.
With a giant dinosaur.
Dinosaur.
Giant dinosaur.
Dinosaur.
Yeah, dinosaur.
Dinosaur also sounds like a fempunk band.
Yeah, the dinosaurs. they're like.
They always follow Mommy and the Milkers.
they open for Mommy and the Milkers.
On your lead.
The dinosaurs opening up for the Mommy and the Milkers.
They have like synth in their mix with the punk, and it's a like an artsy project developed by one of the Mommy and the Milkers, and so that's why they follow. It's a side project, yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna hit. Oh,
You're out of ammo.
shit. Fuck me.
Yeah.
Oh God. Oh jeez. Oh God and jeez. Oh fuck.
Oh, cheesy god. Oh Gouda. Oh Brie.
Oh Munster.
Oh Munster.
Yeah.
Oh, hit that thing with the acid and it'll explode.
Oh, that one?
Yeah, that little container.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. Green Day Angel said raffle.
Raffle?
Yes.
Rafflecopter?
Well, no, just raffle, but I
Oh.
imagined the copter in my head.
Yeah, the copter's implied.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a silent
It's a
raffle.
silent copter.
It's a silent. The raffling in the copter is silent.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Gotta get that resources. Cause I go. Ooh! Twigs! Get the twigs!
It's like you're trying to shop while someone's trying to kill you.
That'd be really funny.
Oh god, it's
The new fucking.
it's like some new home network shit or something like that. Oh hey, yeah, you're using the ability.
I forgot that I had this. ability.
Oh no, same. I played through most of the game never using them.
Yeah.
Still in this fight.
And then die, and then die, get killed, eat
What the
shit.
fuck?
What?
It went into the ground.
Oh, good. Oh, good. I don't have to do much for now. All right. Cool.
Oh, it glitched.
Oh, did it?
It glitched into the ground. Yeah.
Love that. Love that for it. What else do I have to kill?
Yeah. See. Look. There's its health bar.
It's just in the fucking ground.
Yeah. The thing is that I don't know if you can continue the quest because everyone's still trying to.
To fucking okay.
Yeah, to
maybe
kill it.
Maybe if I just like.
If you follow the path left, other way. Yeah, if you keep following the path that way, then you'll get to the area. So.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, that's right. These fights are optional. You don't have to do them. So yeah, you can just run past.
Okay, cool. Well, glad to know I've been.
But that
wasting
was
my
really
time.
funny. He just. What the fuck was that? Oh, wait, did it explode?
I think.
I think it just died off screen.
It was like, well, I'm in the ground now.
The game was just like, we have to fix this. Kill it.
Kill it with fire. Okay, cool. All right. Let's fucking do this thing.
Yeah.
The thing. Let's
The thing.
The thing. Let's then do the thing.
Let's do it. Do it to it.
Yes. Let's put
We're
metal
almost there.
to the pedal.
So many machines
Yes.
broke through.
And
What happened to the cordon's defenders?
I'm
We
going
better
to
be ready for
kill
anything.
Let's smoke this joint.
weed is illegal
In some states.
in certain states. The one that we're in, it is, which is stupid. Weed should not be illegal.
It shouldn't.
It shouldn't be. It's the fun drug. you
All
know?
drugs are fun.
to varying degrees.
To varying
I
degrees.
feel like if you go on a bad like acid trip, that would be kind of bad.
Yeah, but
I-
that's when you start that's when you start a new wave band and get famous.
Oh, yeah. Drop acid. Get into new wave.
So many.
Yeah, exactly.
How do you think Talking Heads happened?
Yeah, I know that's.
We must keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have
at
to-
one
yeah.
point in time, one of them is always on acid.
Yeah, that was the real success of Talking Heads. David
Yeah.
Byrne, no. It was all about the acid.
It was all
the
about the acid.
rotating acid use.
Yeah. It's the round robin acid use.
Round Robin, that'd actually be a good band name.
Round robin?
Yeah, Round
Yeah.
Robin.
Yes.
Is that already a band? That. Ooh, I get to pry open a cache.
Right. Yeah.
That does really sound.
and they overcommit to the bit, and so every lyric is sung by a different member of the band.
Oh yeah, like.
Yep.
Oh god, that sounds awful. I kind of want to go see them now. That
God, I'm gonna hate it.
I'm gonna hate this. Mm,
Let's
I'm
see.
gonna hate this.
Green Daniel says you guys are currently the background noise to my attempts at house cleaning, which is why I'm not concentrating as much. Just so you know, I've definitely been laughing like an idiot over here. Because we're just inventing bands now. Apparently that's today's session is
Today's-
just inventing bands.
Band names. Yeah,
That's true.
I'm going to my first Big Kid concert. Orville Peck.
Orville Peckenbacher.
Yeah. Oh my god, I love that. Orville Peckenbacher. Oh, that's great. That's amazing.
it's an Orville Peck cover band.
Oh my god.
And instead of wearing the tassel mask, it's just an Orville Rettenbacher beard
Oh my god, that's a
with
that is-
tassels.
that
Well,
is-
the beard is braided into tassels.
Oh my god, I love that. That makes my day. Oh shit.
I'm surprised you didn't come up with it. That's the first thing my brain does. Wow.
Ah, fuck.
What are
I
you
pressed a bad button.
that's, I guess
Well,
so.
I am a little bit stupid.
Yeah, like that's like you know, because that's the first thing that my brain connected when I saw the name of Orville Peck.
It's just Orville Peckenbacher.
Orville Peckenbacher, yeah.
I'm gonna scream that at the concert. I'm gonna fucking scream that on the concert of like, I love you, Orville Peckenbacher.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
Oh my god. I would my dream goal is to do something so cursed that like a celebrity will talk about it on a talk show.
Oh, well, you got close.
I got
with
close
Rachel Bloom.
With Rachel Bloom because that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we a couple years ago she was doing a tour.
We caught her last show before.
Yeah,
she
we caught her
canceled
last
tour.
before she canceled her tour because she had a baby.
Yeah, she had. She was sadly pregnant.
Yeah. She was unfortunately knocked up by her husband.
Yes.
But she was doing a tour after. For those who don't know, Rachel Bloom is the creator and star, co-creator and star of Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, the CW comedy musical that is perfect peak TV.
It
almost.
is. It is excellent television.
It is. It rivals only Gargoyles in my head, which I actually have a fun story about Gargoyles today.
Oh yeah.
So Disney's animated Gargoyles by Greg Weisman, co-created
Yes.
by Greg Weisman. And so she was doing a tour of songs from the show, and so then Will at this time didn't understand what heckling was. You thought it was just a purely negative thing.
Yeah, I thought heckling was purely throwing insults at a comic
Right.
to disrupt them.
Yeah.
That's what I thought heckling was.
But heckling is just interrupting the performer regardless. Like, it's yelling anything at him. You can positively heckle somebody.
yeah, which she commented on.
I know. She actually made a point. She was like, my hecklers are just so great.
I have the nicest hecklers.
Oh, R.I.P. Adam Schlesinger. Yes. Oh my God, that was so sad. Him passing.
Yeah.
But anyway, so she was going. She was working the crowd, and she was telling this anecdote because she was talking about how she didn't know if she was going to have her baby circumcised or not because they found out it was a boy, and both of them are Jewish. And so, on the one hand, Jews. On the other hand,
Consent
you know,
for the child.
Well, yeah, there's other arguments, you know, and then she was going into the history of why why circumcision is so prevalent in America, and she asked the audience, was like, was like, do you know why this happened? And then someone interrupted her, and like, and was saying like it was to prevent masturbating, which is true. It was the guy who made
Graham crackers.
Graham crackers, and what was the cereal that he made?
Cornflakes.
Cornflakes, yeah. The guy who invented cornflakes, like, also thought it was going to help.
The General Mills company.
Yeah, I thought it was going to stop teenage boys from spanking the monkey.
Yeah.
And what?
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, I mean, I couldn't remember Shock the Monkey, so like,
So I'm gonna spank it.
so I'm gonna spank it. You said that you were used to this. You didn't have to be in the room. Oh my God. Yeah, well, I mean, you should be. You should be. But anyway, so then, so then it comes out into the crowd that it was to prevent masturbation, and then Will, in his infinite wisdom, which, as much as I hated you for doing it in the moment, I am so glad you did.
Because it's really funny.
Because it's such an amazing story afterwards. But it was, he yelled at the top of his lungs, "It didn't work on me," and he yelled it so loudly because we were up in the rafters. We were very close to nosebleed.
Second story.
Yeah, we were very close to nosebleed seats. It was hard. It was very difficult for her to hear us, let alone see us. And she stopped the show and went, "What did you say?" And then the room went quiet, and Will yelled at the same volume, "It didn't work for me." And then we spent the next 5 minutes as a unit recovering from that.
Oh, and then somebody else.
Oh yeah, and there was a lesbian couple at the front row who just went, "Ew."
And then she was like,
It's like,
yeah.
It's like, yeah, everyone's here. We got, you do it. She thinks it's gross. It's awesome.
It was. I hope
So,
to fucking
yeah.
God, if I ever see her again,
So yeah.
I want to make it apparent. I want to like go
Oh, yeah.
up to her and be like, "Do you remember?"
Yeah, no, we both have made a pact where if either of us ever get the opportunity to meet her again, the first thing we are doing, or at some point, we are being like, "Do you remember a show you did in Dallas?"
This very
particular show where this one fucker just yelled about how getting circumcised didn't stop him from masturbating.
That person was me.
Was my brother.
Like that was.
It's the red thing.
The red thing.
Yeah, the red thing's is a gate that you can open.
Oh, this thing.
The thing where the golden triangle is at.
Well, you know what, James? I'm a little bit stupid.
Yeah.
And
Well, I'm a little bit rock and roll. You're just not passing it. I love how we were all in. Oh, I see. I love that we were all on the same wavelength. You, being a sane person, decided not to. Well, saner.
Yeah.
Decided not to.
Yeah, like very. I wouldn't even categorize Aaron as sane. I just think he has more self-control.
Yeah, fair.
The bar is low enough that
It takes over places like these.
Exactly. Oh my.
We don't make it easy, but they can.
It's
mildly annoying to get over. Like you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. If I'm in a fun time wheelchair.
You two wait here.
Oh my god,
I'll
this
find
was.
another path.
I love that. I just love the notion. Ooh, we're standing on the floor. Activate the panel.
Something.
Okay.
So that thing that's spinning top left.
This
Right there,
thing?
yeah. If you shoot it, the glowing bits with an arrow, it'll freeze. So you have to stay on the pad until you can shoot it, and you have to wait until it's glowing,
Okay.
because it won't glow until it's in the right position. There.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
It's
I
a
can
very
just-
dumb puzzle. There's a couple of them that you have to hit actually.
Oh, is it like?
It's tiered. There's 3 of them that you have to do, and you have to get back on the pad to activate them all.
Oh. Okay, so I have to stay here.
Yep.
And wait until. Okay.
Yeah.
I got it. I got it now. I got it. Okay, good. We're all
Yep.
here. It's great here.
Good. Everything's great.
Everything's boobs.
Everything's tits. Everything's fun. Isn't
Everything.
To help you
But
out.
nothing stays. In 50 years or so, you're gonna come, you know. But all is heaven. Now we're cocks.
Now, shit.
There's a window that you can break over.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah, when you
It
see.
has to be the glowy thing.
Well, no, it has to have. It has to already be broken.
Okay.
Like that. You'll see a couple of these throughout dungeons
should we
like
have
this.
Oh,
enough?
all right, all
I
right.
think I can get the crate through that
I
shield.
fucking love the
to go around.
most heinous things. We just
No,
are always on the same page.
The other way. You can
Can't
push
fit the
that
crate
through the
through
force
that
field,
shield.
but you can't go through it.
Oh, so I can do this?
Yeah.
Okay. She's moving that with such ease.
Yeah, she's butch.
I don't.
Yeah,
I
we
wouldn't-
established this earlier before stream.
Oh yeah. Off stream we.
Off stream, we learned that lesbians are the minority of the minority when it comes to queer identities.
Yeah. Apparently the majority is bisexuals.
Yes.
Bisexuals are the largest.
And most reviled.
Yeah, largest and most reviled, which is fun that a majority gets hated. You know, it's fun.
And then
Not
there-
really, but it's fun.
Yeah.
Oh, I've mentioned many a times before that if I don't get manhunted by a pack of lesbians, I think I failed.
Well, we've made so many lesbian jokes on the podcast that we're genuinely concerned.
Yeah, like it's to the point where even we're kind of like, damn, do we need to kind of knock it off?
I mean, I've got a bunch of clam bake stuff here, but I
Yeah,
don't know if
it's
we.
like-
I don't. Do we need to say it?
Do we need,
think I'm getting
how many times can you dive a muff?
Right.
You know,
should be
how
a
many
four-headed
times
one
can
to activate
you,
them.
you overcook a clam? I think that's necessary. To be completely honest. Oh, that's great.
amazing.
Is there another standing?
It's right there.
Oh, okay, standing bit.
Yeah. So you just stand on that, and then you shoot the things.
And then I shoot. Oh, it's doing the thing where it's sped up. Oh shit.
Yeah. You can remember. You can slow down time while you're aiming.
I know, but where's the fun in that?
All over.
Okay. Now I gotta wait right here. I have
Yep.
this all lined up,
Yeah.
and then
Okay.
You know,
I'm
it's,
good.
yeah, it's interesting how how
Been in an old world ruin.
like puzzles like this in video games end up being the most frustrating because it's just hurrying up and waiting.
Yeah, it's like I'm trying to go fast.
Yeah,
at the slowest
this
pace.
like success or like some measures of success in video games are measured by how quickly you can do it. But this, granted, I think you play this enough to get the timing down where you can kind of get through pretty quickly. But as someone who if you fuck up once, it's another minute that you have to wait before you retry, and it's just that's stupid.
That's so stupid.
That happens to me all the time, but you just have to wait until the prompt triggers.
There it goes. All right. Overriding uplink.
The cables are moving.
They're drawing back.
Ooh.
Climb up that
Yeah,
fence.
they're fine now. You can run ahead.
Oh, I can run ahead. All right, cool. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to fight a boss.
Cables are twisted around that node on the other side.
Or do
see
I?
if can get
Oh
to
wait,
it.
there's a way over here.
Yeah.
All right.
Eventually, there is a boast that needs to be beton, but
Do I jump to that?
yes.
Eh.
Whoa. That was quite a jump.
Get up. Get up. Get up and jump.
I tried. I tried so hard,
And got
James.
so far.
How to get up
But
to
in
the-
the end,
It doesn't even
really
matter.
You know what? You can.
Right?
No. Is anybody besides divorced fathers Linkin Park fans?
And
Really?
and teenage boys in 2001.
You have a point there.
No, it's over. It's down further that way.
Oh, it's down further that
Yeah.
way? So my instincts were right.
Yeah, and then you see that little orange bar behind you, behind you, behind you, behind you, behind you, behind you, there.
You mean that orange bar?
Yeah, that orange bar.
Okay, so go away from it.
Yes, run far away from
Run
it.
far away from the
Yep.
thing that says that I should probably go there.
Yes.
And then do I just drop down?
No.
Do I go up? Do I do this? Is this the correct thing I'm supposed to be doing, James?
I don't know. Is it
James,
the
am I
correct
doing
thing?
the correct
Is it the
thing?
correct thing?
James.
I don't know. You feel like a will.
See what we can do.
All right. Alrighty then.
Oh yes, that was a deep cut, a horrible, traumatic
Come on
inside
over, you
joke
two.
that I just made.
All right. All right. Wait, was it?
Yeah, it was a dad thing.
Oh, I didn't even. That didn't
Oh,
even-
really?
I pushed that out of my memory.
Oh yeah. No, he would do that all the. That was that kind of like incessant stupidity is what he would do to us all
Oh
the
yeah,
time.
the active obtuseness.
Yeah. There's
Yes,
another node
like being
on
being
the other side.
actively a shit, and then being disappointed in you when you give up.
Yeah, when you're just like, I don't want.
You can
to
glide
do
over to
this.
there.
It's the
Square.
jumping and then
Jumping and square, yeah. There you-
All right.
No, you're not going down further.
Okay. Diving into the lava.
Is this muff diving? Am I doing it? Is
honestly? I would.
You have to wait for those things eventually. Behind you, 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 behind you. There.
Oh, these things.
Yeah, but yeah.
Oh, so run away from them.
Yes.
Okay.
But there's the thing about these is that they like turn off after a while. Yeah. See, jump, or you have to wait. There you go.
You know, I can get up there on my own. I don't need any. Actually, no, I'm not gonna fucking say that because I do need a lot of goddamn help.
I thought you said you're not. Yeah, you don't need no man.
Well, I mean, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sad. It's sad but true. Everyone's a little bit lonely.
Oh my goodness.
Oh god. Fucking. Do I just?
no,
Oh shit. Oh fuck. Fuck. Oh. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
just jump on that.
Just
Well,
jump.
jump on that, then get on top of the
And
thing.
then get on top of the thing. And
You don't. I don't. Yeah, you don't need to. Oh Jesus!
what the fuck was that?
I don't know.
'Cause,
You don't.
like-
Yeah, you don't need to climb those. You need to grab onto the thing.
Well, I know I could figure out this, but oh wait, I was confusing the background for the thing.
Yeah.
Never mind. And jump. And then the waiting begins.
Yeah. See, and this is. I think this is okay in waiting just because visually some interesting stuff is happening. But
Yeah.
you know, it is just a lot of. It is a lot of fucking waiting.
That's like. You're right in that, like. Varl, she's in the air.
Yep, wasn't planning on it.
But like,
How is that physically possible?
well, you dumb bitch.
Excuse me?
Oh, I'm sorry. You ignorant bitch.
Excuse me?
You sexy bitch.
Excuse me?
Like,
You can glide over there.
I think I'm doing something wrong, but I can't tell what.
I can't imagine what. I was hoping you were going to say ignorant slut.
Oh, that would be good.
Yeah.
my thing is that the bitch was the continuous thing.
Right, but then I kept denying. Yeah,
I
you're
was
using the wrong
using
pejorative.
Oh, I was using my wrong slurs.
Yeah, you need to say slut.
Okay.
You know,
Well,
Jane,
you. Yeah. Jane,
right?
you
See,
ignorant
that's
slut.
accurate. But for the character I was playing in the moment,
Oh yeah. Oh, so we're doing a scene study now.
obviously a slut.
Obviously. Okay.
Did you not hear her asking for it in her voice?
Oh, ew, gross, bad,
But it wasn't
bad,
even
no good. You're a little bit too cis, male, and heterosexual to be making those comments.
Yes, I only get away with so much.
Yeah, you can only get away with so much slur reclamation.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there was this one fucking comic that I recently saw, where it was like a fan-made Fairly Odd Parents, like comic, and it was like, Cosmo, Wanda, I wish to reclaim a slur, and they like poof him, and then like fucking Cosmo screams, "You're gay now!"
Literally.
Yeah, they poofed him.
And then
Yeah,
Oh my
it's
God.
really great. It's so
my
fun.
people see what it has become.
Oh yeah, they're
One of
poofing
our
a
gods
poof.
attacks them.
Fuck.
You know what we have to do.
Ooh. Do we know what we have to do? Do we? Oh, she looks like she saw death.
And then two rowdy lesbians.
Oh, because that's
Yeah.
always the
Oh,
fun thing.
I have to tell you my gargoyle story.
Oh, that's right. You promised us a gargoyle
I did
story.
promise a gargoyle story.
You promuled us.
I promulgated. That's a word.
What is it?
Yeah,
Really?
to promulgate.
Huh.
Or promulgate, I think is what it is.
Promulgate.
Yeah, which it is to put forward an idea, if I remember correctly.
He
There
spent
should be
so
a node
much
I can
useless
override
money.
nearby to shut it down.
Right? I got into a lot of debt to say words. To promote or make widely known. Yeah, so you promulgate an idea. But I was talking to Zara Faisal today, who is an actress. She's a prolific voice actress.
Shit, that's fucking fire.
Yeah, that's really. Oh my god. Anyway, I was talking.
You like that? You
Yeah,
like
that was really funny. I was talking to Zara Faisal, and or Zara Faisal, and she's a prolific voice actress out in LA. She's in Amphibia. She's in Young Justice. She actually plays a non-binary
Lesbian?
Muslim character who may or may not be pansexual. She's figuring it out. Yeah, and it's Young Justice is another Greg Weisman show, Aaron, and so like it's good on all levels when it comes to that stuff. Actually, it was really cool. So Greg Weisman, he fell on the sword because there was an episode recently of the show that misgendered her character, who's non-binary, where it was, in truth, an institutional failure, where both he as a writer and also like the sensitivity writer and everyone else who was a part of it missed calling the character her rather than them. But unprovoked, as far as I know, he went on Twitter and was just like, hey, this happened, and this is, and it happened because all of these steps, but at the end, it stops with me, and I take full responsibility. We will not do this again. And so I'm just like, this guy's so fucking cool. Anyway, Zara is close with Greg Weisman. Like they're just, he kind of was he's a mentor to her and all this other cool stuff, and so they worked together for other things. And so I was talking to her, and and it was mostly about I was talking about Greg, and I was mentioning that. I was just like, what is it like working with this guy? Because he seems super fucking cool after this whole thing happened. And then she was talking about how great he was, and then we started talking about gargoyles, and we're both massive fans of the Disney animated series Gargoyles. And so then, so then we're just going back and forth, being like, oh my god, like remember this? Oh my god, remember this? And then at one point I asked her, I was like, hey, did you ever read the comic books that Greg wrote a couple of years after the show was canceled, which is technically the canonical third season? And she just went, and then she sent me a link to a wiki of the comics where it's a character that was based off of her that is in the comic books. And Greg Weisman has specifically said that when he's writing characters, he has a specific voice, and he had her voice for that character. So the design is based off of her, and it is effectively her. And I had feelings like about that. It was funny because like I've kind of like I am someone who's not immune to envy. Or like
human.
I know I'm human, and also a little bit, and then
we don't like to acknowledge it, but you are.
Yeah, like it's not something we get into all that much. Yes, very very much. Holy shit, Green Day, and so it was also like one of those things where it was like, so there are times where like if I know someone who has like a stronger connection to someone than I do, there is a little bit of a jealousy there that happens. But and granted I haven't known her very long, but of the time that I have known Zara, like her being super tight with Greg, which is something that I would have fucking killed for,
A lot of like people who know good media would kill for that.
True, but like me and my history with just things that Greg Weisman has made, like they always end up being very very special to me.
Yeah. He just has this weird, uncanny ability to just tickle your brain.
Yeah, he really does. And that's never been. But in the brief time that I've known her, that's never really been a thing. It's mostly just been like I want to ask questions about Greg, but as like a fan, I don't necessarily want to, be creepy about it. But then learning that she was in the comic books, I was mad.
Oh, really?
I was like, go fuck yourself. No. This can't. No. Like that. Like I had a physical reaction after learning that. I was just like, I didn't even scroll past to the point where, because like in the wiki it has a picture of her, like an old headshot of her next to the character, and then the history of the creation of it. And I didn't even scroll past that. I just clicked on the wiki and I was like, no, you're not in this. You're not in this. No, you're not. And like I messaged her back. I was like, fuck you. No.
Piece of shit, no.
Yes, no, I had to fight just swearing at her for 5 minutes. Because it took me, I had to sit and think, why is this hitting harder? And I think it's just because of like comic books are so special to me, and this show is special to me, and Greg Weisman stuff is special to me. It was just a perfect storm of shit, and I'm just like, fuck you.
Piece of shit. God damn it.
Yeah. So that's my
That's your special.
special gargoyle stuff today.
Oh. Come on. Aloy, you can do it. Your culling is inevitable. That's a choice of word. Ooh. Okay.
Not bad.
All right.
Up we
She
go.
fucking did it.
But there's more.
Go Aloy.
Like Aloy said, this is only the beginning.
I always like. So this is something that you have pointed out to me. That I very that I've started to realize that I appreciate a lot in shows, which is the use of tertiary characters and making them bigger.
Yeah.
Because I remember you mentioned that gargoyles did that all the time.
Yes, gargoyles. Well, it's part of it is that Greg Weisman is just a masterful world builder.
Yeah, he's
and
very waste not, want not.
Yeah, he's very waste not, want not. Like in that show, there are characters that appear in the pilot that later then become major players in other seasons. Like they're just and it's just like a one-off design that he then goes back and uses. Like there's a couple that in the first episode see one of the gargoyles as they're traveling the city and freak out and run away, and then in the last season they are then caught up in a political scandal where they're running for office on sort of like a pseudo anti-gargoyle platform, and like part of the reason why is because of this thing that happened in the first season. So like it's just very waste not want, and it's very cool
Because like that to me is very well, it's very masterful of just storytelling in general.
Yeah.
But it's also really nice because it's like, oh, you're actually paying attention to your characters and to your world.
Yeah, there's like multiple rewards for that happening, because there's the reward for you noticing something and then it coming back and paying off. There's the reward of like, oh, the people who make this are also paying attention, and so it's like you're kind of all participating in the same thing. You know, and then if you do it well enough, because like part of the brilliance of bringing those characters back in season 3 rather than like, you know, like season 2 or something.
Yeah.
Or not third season, second season. Second season was like 60 episodes long. It was just huge. But it was but it's also that like there's enough time to where you can reintroduce the character, and so for new people who didn't get that, they can, you know, they can see this character again, but then other people who've been watching are now rewarded for knowing this information. It's very good.
I mean, I very much appreciate stuff like that, because it's just, I don't know, to me, it just feels very, I don't know how to say this. I don't know. My words are escaping me. It tickles a part of my brain that I enjoy, you know? Because
the only thing I can think of is brain balls.
Brain balls?
It's tickling your brain balls.
Yes, my brain balls have been thoroughly tickled.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Machine health, heavy lifter. I prefer
That didn't help me at all in the game.
Really?
Yeah, like I maxed that out, and I was never fast enough to use it in combat.
That's annoying. Well, because like if I remember correctly in the other game, like when you did get that, like
Yeah, you could like gear up and like turn around and fire, but like in this game, I would run over and pick it up, and then I'd get hit with something. Like using the weapons. The drop weapons from enemies just did absolutely nothing.
That's our way out.
Which pissed me off, because there'd be times where I'd be trying to do something, and like the most effective thing to do would be to detach a weapon and then use it against something, and I could never just pick it up and fire.
Well, yeah, because like that's one thing that I like is, oh no, unauthorized access. Stay out.
What's going on?
Well, at least the emergency lights work.
Uh-oh.
What just happened?
No, but there's like that was the thing that I liked to do in the first game was
it's trying to keep us
like
out.
knock the shit
I'll scout ahead.
out of
See if there's a way to get us in.
like major
sure we shouldn't
boss,
come with
like big boys, and get all like their
Yeah,
super
whenever it could be
weapons and just
dangerous.
use it against them.
Let me make sure it's
Like that was
safe.
something that I really enjoyed to use. Like I
Be right
really
here if you
enjoyed.
need us.
But if it makes it kind of to where like, you know, it's next to impossible.
You
I
can
don't.
pry
like
open the door.
Priopane.
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 Priopane and priopane accessories.
Aaron has been like
I unironically love King of the Hill.
yeah.
Why would you ironically love it? It's amazing.
Yeah, it's such a good show.
I know. Even I keep telling the story because like I think like last year I'm very slow at it, but I'm slowly rewatching it, and I watched the first episode. It has jokes that are still relevant.
Yeah.
Like they talk about global warming and conspiracies around it, and it's
Are you
just
doing
like, yeah,
okay,
this still is a relevant show.
The sex ed episode is so,
Oh my
like,
god, it's so funny.
All this.
Pain,
Minerva. Hephaestus.
vagina,
Gaia.
uvula.
This is what will help heal Plainsong.
It's hard to explain. I mean,
a big reason.
I barely understand it, but
Most of the things that
yeah,
happen with me is that I was
it's
raised
what
by
Aloy's been looking for this whole time.
Yeah, like King of the Hill and that 70s
That
show
makes
is
a
something
lot of
that
sense.
you really shouldn't expose impressionable queer minds to. Because like, let's be
wearing bell bottoms right now. Like,
Yeah.
Obviously, it cost a
well. To be fair, we are also going to Orville Peck, and I'm wearing a jout fit right now. Like,
It's an outfit, but with jeans.
yeah, jout fit.
He put thought into that.
I put a lot of thought into my.
harder than it did me.
Yeah,
Should look for a way to
I
yeah,
know.
exactly.
Well, he's also a prissy bitch,
I wouldn't say I'm that prissy.
but you are a bitch.
I am a bitch, but I defy the prissiness, you know? I would say that is not 100% accurate as to who I am. Bitch, yeah. I will definitely. Yeah. Just regretfully a little gay bitch.
Nope.
get all
Sorry.
of that.
You're not getting rid of me that easily, Minerva.
Minerva.
Yeah, you're in the facility that's housing Minerva. The AI core that you need.
Oh,
or
wait,
the-
wait. I
one
think-
of the many AI cores you need to revive Gaia.
One of the few. Minerva in mythology. Who is that?
I can look it up. I don't remember off the top of my
She
head.
was, I think, she was, I think, Hera, like the Roman equivalent to Hera.
Minerva, Pallas Athena in Greek, is one of the most important ancient Greek and Roman goddesses. She originally was a goddess of war, hence her armor and spear. She fought on behalf of just causes and therefore seen as a civilizing influence, contrast to Mars. She's Athena.
Okay, so she's Athena.
Yeah.
All right. Athena was asexual.
But also
like,
bitch.
effective- Really? Well, I mean, like,
Do you
all
not?
the
You
gods-
told me the story of Arachne.
well, okay, here's the thing. The problem with that is that was written by Ovid, and Ovid had a habit
Don't think I'm
of
getting through
just
that door
kind
right
of
now.
writing stories about
turn back.
gods
Someone's
in a
looking
way that made them seem like prissy little bitches.
You can't go down there right this second, if I remember correctly. That's a different thing once you've activated the facility.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
But no, like Ovid is a prissy little bitch. Mostly because, if I remember correctly, he like got exiled from his city, and because of that, all of his
And I'm
subsequent
outside.
myths that have been
Find my way back into the
documented
facility. Maybe
um,
I can
have
look
this
for a way
very
higher up the mountain.
distinctive anti-authoritarian kind of notion to them, even if it doesn't necessarily jive with the characterizations of the gods. Because Athena, for the most part, was more or less not a every person's hero, but she wasn't like vindictive.
If I can get Minerva to cooperate, I can merge
She
it with
just
Gaia.
was kind of
Finally
this
bring her back.
person who liked to keep to
And we can
herself.
start fixing the blight.
Because like she also
Maybe
was
she can help me
known
figure
for
out who those
her
strangers in the proving lab were.
like
Why did
her
they
being
have
a
clone
virgin
Elizabeth?
and her really taking care of women and all sort of that other kind of fun stuff. So
Who's the goddess of the hunt?
Athena?
No. She was like the favored daughter of Zeus.
Athena.
Not Athena. No. There's another one.
Artemis.
Artemis. Thank you. That's what I was thinking of as Artemis.
Yeah, Artemis.
Not Athena.
Well, because Athena also, I think, does hunting every so
Able to glide
often.
to that ledge.
But like she.
You can glide down there.
Well, I was thinking about this.
Well, that's just dye stuff. That's just things that you can cosmetically change the dye of your armor, which doesn't change a whole lot.
Shit!
Wow.
I pressed the wrong button.
Oh my god.
I'm
Jesus
very
Christ,
dumb.
Will.
I can be very dumb at times.
Yeah, I think you can if you.
Yeah, I see this.
Yeah.
Whee!
My god.
Yeah, no, because, like, Artemis, yeah, is the goddess of the hunt, but I also think that Athena had some hunting connections as well.
Well, the Artemis is connected to the moon, and I think Athena had something to do with the moon too.
Yeah, like, moon goddesses were kind of like a big thing.
Yeah.
In Greek mythology, like, weirdly, there were, like, multiple, like, lunar goddesses, and they just had like a weird thing to where they all kind of like ended up.
I would love it if they just had like a cult of the moon goddesses where they just like got together and it was like Sex in the City where they just complained about other gods or something.
Oh my god.
Pipes up there.
Yeah. Sappho's poetry jam.
Oh my.
Oh really? Yeah. Oh, historically she did. Oh wow, that's hilarious.
She was like the head lesbian of like the little lesbian poetry club.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
her
yeah.
lesbian, the
Well-
Isle of Lesbians.
Yeah, I also love the fact that like everyone, I mean obviously Sapphic and Sappho's lesbian, but the fact that historically Sappho's was just pansexual and didn't care.
But she was like, ladies are pretty.
Yeah, ladies are pretty. I'll put on a suit and dive into that muff.
You know, just put on a breathing apparatus.
There has to be a Jacques Cousteau lesbian joke at some point.
I feel like
Like
there has to be.
it's there. I can feel it, but
You
I
can
just
feel that Jacques Muff.
yeah,
Find a way
but
to
like
plug into this
Jacques Muff, the Jacquer.
Jocker.
What's the jocker? Well, it's when you're going down on a girl and you go.
It's like some kind of dome.
I was about to say, did I cross a line? I didn't mean to. All right.
No. Lines are rarely ever crossed with Aaron.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, of bullshittery, mostly because he lives with me.
That's very true. Yeah, that's true.
I don't know how you haven't, like, just decided to kill me yet. Like, because you joke about it
His
constantly.
muscles and bones don't cooperate.
I could see that.
I mean, you know I am a trained martial artist.
Yes, I know you know how to kill, but does your body understand that?
Yeah, can your body keep up with your mind? That's the ultimate question. Oh.
That's true. That's true.
Oh, that's right.
I also
we
love the
sell you
fact that
machete?
you're just like 100% disabled and you know how to kick someone's ass.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like that's very the
I need the
disabled
console.
narrative.
Any of us got in a fight, I would win.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we all know this. To
I
be
think
sure.
we had this conversation. If we ever got into a fight, I would lose, but you would break something,
be
not
like
because
this.
I would successfully do anything, but just because I would put
Do
my
you
weight on
remember
you
it?
and it would
Yeah,
break.
like that's probably half your size.
Yeah.
Anything?
I would kick your ass.
Yeah.
Like, effectively, what would happen is that the only way that
You were part of
James could
something
win
bigger once.
a fight with you, Aaron, is
Something good.
if...
I'd have to be absurdly high.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you would have to be high, and he would just have to wait you out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all
She
it
can
would
live
be.
again.
Like, you would have to just wait until
But
you got
only if you give her the
exhausted.
chance.
And then it would just be a
I
win
can't
by
let them
default.
without you.
Yeah.
About, what was it? Attrition?
A war of attrition.
Yeah, it would just be a war of attrition.
It'd be a 15-minute
I
war.
think you'll disappear
Exactly.
into her.
Where he's just
Become part of
laying into you, Aaron.
The bards would sing annals of war and chaos of the 15-minute war of attrition. They're not popular, but they're still sung.
They're not popular, but you know they have some music history with them.
Every once in a while.
Yeah, no, they're like golden
Your-
age
your
musicals.
entire
No one
s-
wants to listen to them, but every theater nerd knows all of them.
Yeah, it's like no one wants to listen to them, but you still listen to them anyways.
Yep.
Rock band.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Elizabeth's
Like
sick.
fucking
There's one math rock cover.
I would love to see that. I think that would be really funny.
A math rock cover of a golden age musical?
Yes.
Oh my god.
What do you think it would be?
Awful.
It would be what?
Awful.
Oh no, I'm saying like what show do you think?
Oh,
they
what
would do?
show? The
Yeah.
Serbian film.
God damn it! Have you told that story?
No, I haven't told that story, but it was
Fucking
just a great setup.
Go
Okay.
tell it.
All right. So for the three people who were in chat, last year before that, we were going down to visit our older brother who lived in Austin at the time, and as a road game, Will was trying to get this thing going of like, hey, what movie or non-theater property would you want to see as a musical? And I was tired at the moment, and so like while we do these kinds of games all the time, I wasn't feeling doing it seriously. So my reaction was a Serbian film, which is a horrendous piece of media that should not exist. It is objectively horrific and disgusting.
Yeah.
And I don't know why it happened or why it was made. It just was a thing. It's one of those movies where it's like one person thinks it's art, everyone else who's seen it had vomited, and then like
It kind of becomes those
Yeah,
things to where it's
Requiem
like
for a Dream.
the draw to watching it is the fact it's so disgusting.
yeah, but yeah, Gaia's here. I that surprised me the first time I played through.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't think she was going to show up this early in the
Sounds
game.
good.
That's fair.
But anyway, so then Will doesn't pick up on the fact that I'm joking, and
I want to defend myself, but you got to finish the story.
Okay, but
and so
overwhelm her,
immediately
okay?
starts
They don't
going
have a lot of
into
experience
starts
with
like
things
is appalled, but then is like okay, and starts actually trying to workshop it with me. And then I start laughing, and he asked me, he's like, why? He's like, because that's the joke. Obviously, it's a joke. And then he just goes, oh.
I think I do have a touch of the tism. Okay, so no, hear me out. This is why I could see.
Oh, sorry, hold on. Green Day Angel. We were talking about a Serbian film. The story was that my brother asked me what movie, as a car ride game, what movie what movie or non-theater property would make a good musical, and as a joke, I said a Serbian film, and then he said, he didn't realize
if
that
you don't know what that is,
don't-
take our opinion and
yeah,
say
just
don't look it up and just know that it's awful.
Yeah, know that it's awful. But and then he didn't realize that I was joking, and so started engaging with me seriously, as uncomfortable as he was because we're talking about a Serbian film, and then I said I was joking, and then he just went, "Oh."
Okay, so hear me out. This is why I thought you could be serious with that.
Yeah.
Is because musical theater has this weird ability to take the weirdest fucking batshit properties and make them into actually decent musicals. Like, there's Toxic Avenger the musical, which is also kind of a gross out film, which actually turned out to be a really good musical. I mean, there is famously Little Shop of Horrors, which is like a D-list horror movie that was made in a day.
Yeah, no, it wasn't made in a day, was it?
It was made in like 2 or 3 days.
Really?
Yeah, no,
That's an excellent film for like a day long, like for that sort of a
well,
production
yeah,
cycle.
like
Hang on, I'm gonna look this up.
if I remember correctly, a part of the reason why he made that, was
Oh,
the
you're talking about
challenge.
you're talking about the original Little Shop of
Yeah,
Horrors.
I'm talking about the original.
Oh, okay. I
Little
thought you were
Shop
talking
of
about the musical.
No,
Yeah,
not the
yeah,
musical, not the musical.
Okay.
The original one was made in like a day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's like the old classic monster film stuff.
Yeah. And so, so like, there is always this weird ability to like take unexpected properties and change them in ways that actually make the property better, or at least give it a new angle that makes it vastly more interesting and artistically valuable than their original properties.
This was supposed to be
And so I thought that that's kind of the angle you were gonna go at with it. Is like, this is a horrible
Was
thing.
trying to find something redeemable with a Serbian film.
Yeah, and then like
There
make it into
isn't.
like a joke or a parody as
Like,
what
the only thing that's redeemable in that movie is that
Take a
he
look.
does a triple suicide with one gun with him, his wife, and a child.
Jesus Christ.
If I remember correctly, that's how the movie ends.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. Now, to be honest, I know of a Serbian film mostly in theory, because it's usually on like top 10 lists of most like uncomfortable or horrendous movies that are out. And I'm a movie buff, and so like I like to learn those things. And I love watching video essays on movies that I will never watch, so I can learn about the movie but not have to experience the awfulness of sitting through it. So like so I get to learn some fun stuff, and then I don't have to experience anything. And so that's how I know a fair bit about a Serbian film. But it's why
That sounds like the worst possible thing to ever do.
Yeah.
I make bad choices.
Like watching, all I know about that place is,
Okay.
place.
Maybe it's
All
time
I
to talk
think
to
that
Guy.
I know about that movie is that like one scene with the baby on the ceiling.
That's Train Spotting. That's not.
Is that Train Spotting?
That's Train Spotting.
Requiem for a Dream. What was
Requiem
that
for
one?
a Dream is the Jared Leto, not Marlon Wayans, one of the Wayans brothers, a drug movie where everyone's addicted to something and everyone
I
succumbs to
might
their
wanna look
addictions
around
and
there
dies
first.
horribly.
I'll come
Yeah,
with
and
you.
it's
Wait,
Borderlands.
is that the one?
It's
no,
it's
no,
the
I'm
one it's the one movie that stole the images from Perfect Blue. Like he literally bought the rights to Perfect Blue so he could do those shots.
Really?
Yeah, he's a con.
Huh.
Well,
What's
okay,
this space
that's a bit of an exaggeration of that word, but he's still like he's not great. Like it's super shitty.
Reminds me of that house
And what
Aspen
sucks is that
Sepsis
like
opened the night before
the only
the
good
movement.
thing I think that's come out of that is that there's been this huge vocal opposition to him like not crediting the source material on that and like sort of dragging that out of him.
Looks like
I can't remember
the
the director's name. Let me look that up.
If no one's ever been here, who built all this?
Like a sexual
Gaia did.
Mm-hmm.
With
That was that. Oh, that
affections.
was the movie that started that stuff.
It didn't start it, but it definitely like.
It pushed that forward.
So, and I always found that to be kind of interesting because, at least in
There's a
my
director's
world
cut. Darren Aronofsky.
Yeah, in sort of like my world of theater,
Daniel Craig's in that movie?
an intimacy director or just like a coordinator,
Intimacy advocate. I think
yeah,
is
like
the
an
word.
intimacy advocate, it just seems to be, to me at least, feels like a necessity. Like if you are going to have
What's all that stuff for?
I think it would depend. I mean, granted, I think in all instances, an intimacy advocate is a benefit, but there are some directors who they manage their sets so well that the actors feel safe regardless.
well, it's about the
I'll wait here.
skill of it.
Well, that's true, but like I'm remembering David Lynch with not here. This is a different thing.
Well, it's like I'm because there's the explore the base optional.
Yeah, well, you don't get anything from it. You can just look around and find some things. It doesn't really matter.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, you can just.
There you are.
It's just
I thought
guy.
it was about. I thought
Well,
that
there's
moving
that
around.
as well. See that little thing?
Oh, I didn't see that the first
Yeah.
time. But like, because that also just depends on going back to like the intimacy thing. That just really depends on how skilled the director is at coordinating intimacy in the first place.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, like I was there's a YouTuber Maggie Mayfish who did this really great video essay on comparing and contrasting Kubrick.
Oh, I've been down here before.
Well, she compares and
When I
contrasts
first got into
Kubrick
the
to David
facility.
Lynch, but she's breaking down sort of like the auteur myth, because Kubrick was notorious like a garbage person.
Yeah.
But you know, he still gets a lot of like credit and accolades from the films that he made.
Yeah.
And she compares him to David Lynch, who is also an auteur director, but is also a nice person.
Ready?
And she was talking about and she was comparing and contrasting some of like the some of the nudity and violence that happens in The Shining versus there's a Lynch film. I can't remember the name of it, but it's
But
playing with the
two
same
big
themes.
ones first.
And then there was another movie. There's like Blue Velvet, I think is what it was. Blue Velvet's not the violent movie I was thinking of, but it's a Lynch film. And in that there's some pretty, I don't know if it's graphic, but it is some pretty intense sexual imagery. And Siskel and Ebert like gave it like 2 thumbs down because they were just like, this is horrendous and we have to watch this happening to this woman. It is awful. We didn't have to go through this. And the actress was like, that's bullshit. This is my art. I put, like I made this, and David made me feel safe. And like, she was just talking about how safe she felt in that environment because of David Lynch. And then you get Kubrick, who with Shelley Duvall, who broke her as a human being.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, well, I mean, it's funny because it's like all she's doing is like being genuinely terrified because she was genuinely tormented on that set. And so there's just yeah.
She really like that ruined her career.
It didn't ruin her career. It ruined her. Like
Yeah.
she, like, from what I understand, she never fully recovered emotionally or psychologically from that experience.
Like is that it's
Because she did stuff afterwards. Like she did a children's show,
yeah, that's the
and she kept hi, I'm Shelley Duvall.
Hi,
I'm Shelley Duvall. Hi, I'm Shelley Duvall. Hi, I'm Shelley Duvall. You know.
Yeah, but like Bert, I lost my point. Continue your part.
Oh, I'm done. My yeah.
Yeah.
My conclusion was that I understand your point, but I think that part of the reason why the discussion may have been like as delayed as it was is because the people who did their job well, they didn't have to. They created an environment where that didn't have to happen.
Which is fair.
But then you get the Darren Aronofskys of the world and and Kubricks, and you're just like, no, you need someone in there advocating for your actors.
One thing that I really enjoy that's sort of like a modern thing that seems to be a more modern thing that's happening in like entertainment world right now, or at least like within the acting world, is a lot of discussions about
And
like
then
how
how do
to
I get it
direct
back here?
or how to act ethically, or in a healthy manner, because a lot of people, you know how like, you know, method acting gets sort of like this touted as this, you know, this thing
Yeah.
that is
The cartridge
superior
you're
to
gonna
all
store
other forms of acting, 'cause
Yeah.
it's perceived to be as the truest, or
Right,
they're,
right.
they're embodying the
Yeah.
character as much. And yeah, but you only ever see fucking like dick nozzles.
Well, it's
ever
not.
doing
It's not
it.
even that. It's like the characters that they're playing are also pricks.
Yeah, well,
You know?
it's, I forget. There is this story, and
Maybe you can
I'm
help me
going
make
to.
sense of
I
something.
don't remember who this was.
while
I
ago,
remember the story,
I
but I
had a
don't
run-in
remember the actor that it was about. But he was a well-known
Strangers
method
tried to kill me.
actor, and
They had
there
machine
was one
servers
day
and a-
that he got a contract to play
I've always been so
Hamlet.
back with them.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Who was that?
Oh God, the name just, you asked me and the name escaped me.
So, anyways, you'll probably end up finding it.
Yeah.
But
Do you know who they
there
were?
was this actor who got assigned to do Hamlet.
Daniel
And-
Day-Lewis.
Yeah, Daniel Day-Lewis. And that is a very psychologically taxing role if you are going to be living as that person
Okay.
for like a Broadway run, doing that 8 shows a week.
Oh yeah, no,
And there was
Hamlet's a
just
whiny
day-
little bitch, but like if you're in his head, it's awful.
Oh yeah, if you're in his head, it's goddamn awful. Being on the outside is different.
Like he's
Being-
he's so angry and sad and impotent. It's just,
yeah, and just so being that constantly is just horrible. And there was just a day when he was halfway through the show that he just goes, I can't fucking do this anymore.
Well, no, he hallucinated his father.
Yeah, and and that was his draw. He was like, I can't fucking do this anymore, and he just cut the show and walked out because he was like, no,
Yeah,
this
he,
isn't good.
Yeah, he was so into it that he hallucinated seeing his father on stage.
And it was like,
So far
no,
away and-
that's
and-
bad.
Well, the thing
Why
about,
does it
well,
want us
I mean, and method has been criticized by the people who, by the person whose method of acting the method was derived
That's
from.
where I've seen it.
yeah,
Like
That
it's
ship.
it was never that
Like-
great. It
Yes,
was never that great
that's
of a
where
thing.
it
I don't know
was
how
it was
became.
also a bastardization of
Right, yeah, because the thing that it was deriving from had methods in there to keep actors safe. Like the whole
make it
point
seem like they
of
think.
acting is making yourself vulnerable, but making yourself vulnerable safely.
yeah.
And if you don't, I mean, I've had sessions with people where I'm
They were out there.
where like we're like I'm coaching them through like a practice
Strangers
thing or
who tried to
something,
kill me at the
and
Venus Prison Lab.
and we're doing a
ones with the
scene, and it
clone
just one of the scenes we happen to have on
saying
file is pretty
they're
emotionally
from
intense, and
They're descendants
and I
of-
remember this girl was having a really hard time going through it because she was having to inhabit emotions that she found in herself and was trying very hard like not to sort of have in her own daily life, and sort of saw them as things that she was
the
trying to grow
three subordinate
past.
functions that you
Which I
detected.
thought was interesting because I felt like
What
what
do
she
we
was
know about
reacting
them?
to wasn't really in the scene. So I was like, oh, you see something here that I don't. Okay. And so like we stopped for a good maybe 10 or 15 minutes and I was just like, look, like this is supposed to be a safe place to experience emotions. So if you don't feel safe, we will not do this. And and that's really what it's supposed to be. Anyone who kind of pushes you beyond that is a douche.
Well, I remember very distinctly. There was a time that I was a camp counselor for like a theater camp for a while, and like it was for young, like middle school, elementary school type
Like
things.
Minerva.
But there were
need to
these
be
two
hollowed out.
girls who were very much more advanced in what they were able to do. So we took them aside and ended up
missing
coaching
subordinate
them on this
functions.
really kind of
What
like
can you tell me
intense
about
scene.
them?
I think it was from Little Women, where one of the sisters just like ends up holding a dying baby, and it just kind of screws with her.
Oh god.
Yeah, no, it's really dark. And so we did that scene for them.
Nana
and-
just showed up.
yeah, and we did that scene for them, and we were coaching it through them, and they got to a point where we were sort of doing this exercise to where they mentioned how they had struggle like remembering what their emotional state was, because we crunched the
Sarah,
scene
huh?
like in about a week. Like it was a really quick turnover for a week summer camp type stuff. And we crunched it, and they were having trouble remembering what their emotional state was. So we had it to where like, okay, all you need to do is just remember your blocking and remember your lines, and we will be feeding what your emotional state is and what your inner thoughts are to you. And so we did that, and they, at the end of the scene, were just bawling and sobbing to the point where, like, I remember very distinctly that I was like, oh fuck, they need a moment. I need to not be a director here and be a fucking person and and comfort and console them out of this. And I remember my I love him to death, but my fellow counselor immediately was like, all right guys, that's great, let's move on, let's talk about what you did good and what you didn't do good in this. And I was just hugging these girls who were still crying, and I like death stared at him, and I was like, no, you need to shut up and let these girls have their moment, because they are not in a place to where they can immediately jump out of that and go into critiques.
Yeah, and like part of the training of being an actor is learning how to do all that stuff safely, so you can be pushed more and still, you know, like, because there are some times where like a director will, you know, like a director or a teacher will like get really hard on you, or they can, and it's and if you have and if you're like at a state where you know what they're doing, it's not going to be traumatic, and you know, like, oh yeah, no, I needed that like punch in the face in order to get where I wanted to be, but you know, if you're not ready for that and you're doing it to people, and you're just bullying them.
Like I think there really needs to be like more ethics taught.
There's a well, first, no, don't feel bad. Like you like we this is a weird stream today.
Yeah.
This is a very weird stream today. Aaron is here as well.
Oh yeah, my boyfriend's here.
How many subordinate functions is
Yeah,
that?
just
Bringing
well,
down
I'll
the
have
vibes.
I'll have the VOD up later, and I'll have it on YouTube. At some point, I'll start doing my solo VODs on YouTube, but when I feel like they're good enough.
Yeah.
Right
When
now,
they have quality.
right now they're like I'm still figuring it out, and I'm just like, I don't want the world to see this after 2 weeks.
Oh no. Oh no.
You said
Oh, she says hi, boyfriend.
located in just one place.
Can you hear him? Because we've been just sort of assuming
That's
that he
true.
can.
We don't know if you can pick him up or not. That would be amazing.
Like they don't know if my boyfriend is actually in the room or not.
Yeah.
That would be great.
So, when
But
the
back
time
to the- my-
comes to do it,
Yeah.
In Canada.
In Canada.
God, okay, you can be heard, but I think it's really funny how I know people, or I know of people who their significant others
So,
are Canadian
once
and like have
Hephaestus
had
has
like
been
green card
recovered
issues, and
and
so like
merged,
for a while their
they'll
girlfriend is in
regain the
Canada.
capacity
Oh,
to
that's
control
funny.
these machines
That is
at
absolutely
cauldrons
funny.
around the world.
Yes.
Oh yeah, there's just a little hay from the void, which sounds very appropriate for you.
Good. Yeah. just after learning the history of this term, I don't like it as much, but I like how effective it can be. But like comments from the peanut gallery,
Oh yeah.
like,
It is in my nature to take any and all necessary steps to preserve life on Earth, human life above all.
Hey, what's like what's going on?
little hay in the background.
But back to the point I was trying to make. There is this fetishization of the trauma of acting.
Well, it's like the
where it's-
trauma of art.
Yeah, where it's like it's not real unless something in you is wounded or broken or something like
Yeah,
that.
unless like you literally cut
Yeah.
yourself to bleed on a canvas.
And the idea is that
Means
like
you have
is that
conscience.
like if you're doing it safely and
As it was
ethically,
intended.
you're not doing it good enough.
Yeah.
And
Or it's not as meaningful.
right. Actually, I really love. I can't remember. What is her name? She's the New Zealand comedian.
The sole purpose of the symbol was to destroy
what
the
has
fungus,
she done?
right?
What has she done?
She did.
Why would descendants
Oh
of
wait, are you
those
talking
in it
about
want to do that?
the autistic lesbian?
Yes.
I loved her.
I don't
Pose no
think
threat.
Hannah Gadsby.
Yes, Hannah
You don't
Gadsby.
have the technology
In
to get
her
their way. You didn't
first
even know about them.
her first stand-up set.
Yes.
She made an excellent point about the
it be that they
about
want
the
the credit for
fetishization
themselves?
of the wounded artist,
The
of the
strangers I
broken
ran
artist,
into,
where it
they
was
were
that
after a Gaia backup of their own.
you know, is that like we got
They
Van
had to
Gogh
act.
because he was tormented. Is
If
like
they breathed
no,
their own Gaia
we
and
got
boosted
Van
her
Gogh
power,
because
she
someone
could
loved
take
him enough
control
to
of
get him
Hephaestus.
medicated, and that's
then
what
the whole
helped him
terraforming system.
be around to
Yes,
make those
the
paintings.
system could
Like-
be used to
And
do what
that
the
to me is
extinction
insanely
failed to
true and
accomplish.
powerful.
Well, there was like even I remember talking about this on Pod. I think I don't remember if it was a part of the
So they could be
one
trying
in
to
the
do
future
same
or
thing
not.
we are.
but me talking about the production of Wild Party that I was in. And how
I don't know if we've gotten that far in the release schedule.
But like to talk about it now, just like highlights. It was a bad time. All around, it was a bad time.
Hold on, Nana made a joke. It was bad, but we still love you.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm glad I'm still loved by someone.
No, not you. Nana made a really bad joke.
Oh, okay.
In the chat. Someone said it was she was referring to someone said referring to Aaron, the voice from Beyond, and then hers like the voice from the horizon.
Oh, boo.
So.
Boo. But no, like, I had a real bad time. Wasn't good. Ended up having a breakdown because of it. There was a lot of things that went wrong in that production, but
I'm sorry. I remember all of that, and I kept telling you to quit, and you were like, "No, I can't. I'm in a show."
Well, yeah, that's the artist training.
Yeah.
About like, especially in theater art, about the show must go on.
Right.
And, like that's a big conversation that a lot of theater people are having right now about like we understand that it's kind of taught and drilled into us that the show must go on. Which now people are like really questioning of like, is that the best thing?
Well, the idea behind that, as far as I know, is that the show must go on in the sense that if there's an impediment to the show, you push past it. Not if the show itself is a toxic environment.
But that's never discussed.
Right. That's never
It's only touted as like there's a little bump in the road. The show must go on. But then the little bumps. Yeah. So like the thing is that like the little bad thing then becomes a little bit badder and a little bit badder and a little bit until it becomes like this evil heinous thing to where it's like I'm getting abused every day. Show must go on. Like there's a story about this Broadway actress Laura Benanti, to where she was in one of the revivals of Into the Woods, and she was cast as Cinderella, and they had her do a lot of these really advanced pratfalls when she had no training whatsoever on how to safely do that. And she eventually fractured her spine to where now she has like severe back pain. And like she has injured herself for the long term because she didn't want to be the bad girl to make waves, and she was under the show must go on kind of mentality. Like she got hospitalized because of it. But back to my story about like, it was a bad time and also that shit. Even he didn't necessarily follow his values, but the director of that even commented on the notion of like the starving or the struggling or the ill artist being the better one, and he's like, no, when my actors are taken care of and when they're good, I get better performances out of them.
Yeah,
that's just a fact.
When you don't have to worry about feeding yourself that night, you can focus on doing a good job acting.
Yeah, so he might not have made that environment a good one, but at least he was, at least his theoretical intention was to be like, no, I want this to be a better place so my actors don't feel like they're having to struggle constantly. That's not what happened.
Yeah.
That is very much not what happened at all. I started, I ended up smoking because of one rehearsal.
Yeah. You had to quit or work early one day, right?
Oh yeah, I had a full breakdown.
Yeah, you had a full breakdown at work. No, it was sad because I saw how much that was kicking your ass. And it was just this thing of just like Will, you need to take care of yourself and just stop doing this. This isn't what you're getting out of this is not worth what it's doing to you.
Yeah.
And you were just like, no, you don't understand. I'm in a show.
Yeah.
I have to do it.
Yeah.
And I just hope that this has taught you the lesson of being able to say no.
Well, I mean, yeah. Well, it makes me a lot more selective of my projects. To where now, one, I'm not going to work with that director again.
Yeah.
Like
that was sucked too because you were excited to work with him too.
Well, because like I've seen his work before, and his ideas and his concepts are really good, are excellent. Like, he did a production of Equus that I loved. It was enthralling. It was just astounding. I was surprised that a community theater was able to pull up something that evocative and that, like, visceral and intense. In a good way.
I'm gonna be a shit. Evocative is evocative of something. Evocative by itself doesn't mean
Like
anything.
evocative of like what I assume to be.
I know,
Yes.
like I was trying not to, but I'm just like, this is eating at me.
So,
I'm
like,
so sorry, Will.
Like evocative of what the intent of Grecian theater is supposed to be.
That's an excellent description.
Like,
yeah.
because it would, like, one thing that because that's sort of like what Equus is. It's sort of like this a modern version of the format of a Greek play, because you have your actor, you have your chorus, and things like that. And he made that a lot more clear by keeping the actors on stage all the time, and then when they weren't their characters, they were the chorus, and they were a chorus of horses, like, you know, commenting, doing all sort of stuff, and it was really interesting. It was really fucking cool.
Making Harry Potter horny.
Yeah, and like the design of the show was really awesome too. So I was excited because I was like, oh, he talked about his ideas about the show and what he wanted it to be, and I was like, oh, great, I fucking love that. I love this. I'm excited for this. But then we didn't have a band until the night before opening night. So
Yeah, and Wild Party's gross too.
and it's a gross show.
Like,
it's a real gross show.
yeah, it's just bad. It's gross. It's like the ugly 1920s.
Yeah, well, I think it's really funny because I'm also been listening to this lecture recently on like the history of Broadway music, and just sort of like all sort of that stuff, and it goes into a section about the vaudeville era, and specifically, and I find this kind of funny in retrospect now. Like, we always kind of have, I think, in a modern media, we have a specific image of what vaudeville is, which is not really accurate, because we have things like Chicago, we have things like Wild Party, to where it's kind of like this variety act with deeply gross and seedy kind of people, which vaudeville was made to be family friendly. Like, it was a guy who specifically saw the shows that were done in a lot of theater and a lot of different other stuff, and was like, this is kind of nasty, this is kind of gross, like, I'm not gonna be, and the only people who go to see these are gross, drunken, rowdy men. That's not the kind of crowd that, like, draws in a bunch of cash, so I'm gonna make a show that is family friendly, so that way I can sell tickets to the mothers and the children and the men, and, you know, it'll be great. That way I'll make a fuck ton of money. And you know what? He did for a while. But that's what vaudeville started out to be, is like this family friendly entertainment. But then, like, a lot of modern interpretations of it is sort of like these nightclub type things, to where they're just like acts that are highly sexually charged and things like that, which isn't necessarily accurate, and I found that to be kind of funny. So the notion now of the Wild Party, of these gross, disgusting people being all vaudevillians is kind of funny to me.
Well, yeah, but it's also that they're not, it's after the show though. Like, they're gross people, but it's not their performances.
That's fair. The show that we were trying to do was supposed to be a blending of his concept for the Wild Party is that the party is happening during the show, and this is all backstage,
Which did not translate.
it didn't translate, but also, like,
What it felt like was they were putting on the show during the party for their own entertainment.
yeah, which I would think that also works for me.
Yeah. Oh, but hold on, I gotta mention this before I forget. So, Nana, she was complaining. She says, "I do not feel the love, James. I'm getting sent mixed signals. James says y'all love me, but Wills is booing me." And she says, "You brokero my kokoro." I don't know what that. I don't know what that means, if that means anything.
Well, isn't your kokoro your heart?
I guess. I don't know.
So you brokero her kokoro.
I don't know. Is kokoro heart in Japanese?
I think so.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Yeah, I like my and honestly, you can tell that with like just how me and James talk.
Oh, it does
to
mean
each
heart.
other.
Okay, Kokoro means heart. Yeah.
Yeah, so you broke her heart.
Oh, well, you broke her heart because you booed her.
Boom.
But I did set her up by falsely claiming that we loved her still.
Yeah, well, I mean, well, the Cheeks' love language is
Being shits.
is being shits and hazing each other.
Yeah.
Like-
Unfortunately, that's how it is.
Yeah,
A
because
lot
we
has
do
gone wrong,
we've
and
done
it's
some
all
pretty
on my
awful
shoulders
things
to
to one
fix it.
another,
Yeah.
all out in
think
the
I
name
can
of
do it
like
all?
sibling love and affection.
Yeah, no,
Prepare the
being
system.
earnest and sincere is
Keep
terrifying,
positive.
and so we'd rather kill it with fire.
Live up
Yeah,
to her
exactly.
example.
So we hide our earnestness in psychological
In her
torment.
last
Yeah.
message,
Ew, Nana,
the
you like
predecessor
shit? That's
declared
gross.
her
Ew, gross.
Yeah.
What the fuck, Nano?
I know, right? God.
Ew, gross. Boo. Boo, Nano.
I have an audience of 4.
I mean, it's still an audience.
I guess I should
Oh,
go.
fuck. I think that's so goddamn funny. Ah, shit.
Oh my god.
Oh, God.
This isn't even like an act you
Ball?
guys put on streaming.
No,
No, it's
no,
not.
this is. Yeah, no, this
We
is
just
just how we
kind
normally
of
are.
we just kind of keep the
Guy
mics
is
rolling
opening
and
exits to this place.
The mics
Can you and Zoe meet me by
Yeah.
the west door?
Yeah.
and that's kind of what I mean. I don't know what you guys, the audience, think, but the I think the appeal of us is the fact that this is just kind of who we are.
Yeah.
And the fact that this really isn't a
so
fucking
weird.
No, this is not a practice thing. This is pure 100% sibling improv.
yes, 100% sibling improv that you guys could kind of have to suffer through.
Yeah, like you only get this way by having been coming from the same genes
Yeah,
and living together for many years.
it's really funny. You do.
you do get a veterans discount. So
but-
you're family by proxy at this point.
Yeah.
Like I have to correct myself and not call you like my brother-in-law or
Need to
something like
head
that.
further west.
I know it's gonna happen eventually. It would be easier to talk about you in that way, but it's like that's technically
strong.
inaccurate. So is my brother.
I mean, while we're technically not really engaged, we're essentially
you're engaged to be engaged.
yeah, we're engaged. Yeah, we're engaged to be engaged
I'm not trying to show you.
because we talk about it all the fucking time.
True.
Actually,
Oh god.
get Aaron.
Oh god. Now that that's in the world.
Yep, that's on the internet now.
Yeah, that's on the internet. Thanks, Aaron.
We have a place to stay now.
Yeah, that's
Like
true.
you said,
That was
It
a
was,
fun.
you're gonna
anecdote.
live stream the vasectomy.
We'll be okay.
Yeah, live streaming me getting my nut clipped
Oh god, yes.
while playing Horizon.
Yeah. And I'm in there going, just use a charge attack.
I was like, my nuts are being snipped right now.
You're on anesthetic. That's not an excuse.
No, I'm not. I couldn't afford anesthesia.
Stay here a while.
I couldn't afford it.
Yeah, Nana says she listened to enough Guys and Dolls to know what she's getting in.
I
getting
mean,
into.
yeah, that's fair.
She's also curious about your opinions of the Met Gala because I wasn't. You have a lot of opinions. I didn't pay
So-
attention.
So, there are a few gay Olympics that happen
hopefully I'll
in the
have one of
world at a
Gaya's missing
time.
components. Be
One
careful.
of which is the Olympics. The other gay Olympics is like the Met Gala.
So which is the Summer Olympics and which is the Winter Olympics for gays?
Oh God. Well, it's
Good
not by
hunting, boys.
season. It's by event.
Well, I know, but like culturally, because people pay attention to the people think of the Summer Olympics as like the real Olympics, and then the Winter Olympics is like, oh yeah, remember when Sean what's his
Somewhere out
face
there's 3 of
did the
us.
thing with the snowboard?
And who knows what else.
Yeah, I would say like any major award show would probably be the Summer Olympics, like Tonys, Oscars, Grammys, things like that.
Okay.
I would say those would probably be.
Could you divide them up maybe into quarters of like a spring, summer, fall, and
Yeah, you could.
winter? Gay Olympics?
I would say that's a fair and feasible thing to do.
Yeah. And Green Day Angel has said that she hasn't listened to the podcast, so she needs to get the fuck out of here because I'm like.
Oh well, yeah, because
This is an extension of the podcast.
yeah,
like, why
playing
the,
with Guys and Dolls is part of the Guys and Dolls podcast.
Yeah, like it's a continuation.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah, Aaron.
podcast.
And here's a
We're on it.
surprise: you're in the first season. I know,
Yeah.
right? Yeah,
we-
you were in a fugue state the whole time, but you're in there.
Yeah. But like,
If you stood by the Martian,
fucking hell.
as far as I'm concerned, you're no
Oh God! To continue derailing,
But you are going to
Nono says that Eurovision is happening soon. Alan Walker is competing with Norway.
I feel like at least for American gays,
aid you on your journey.
Eurovision would be more of a Winter Olympics.
Yeah.
Be careful if you're
Yeah, because it's not like I think the movie.
Well,
Yeah,
I wouldn't even
that
give it
actually I think would be really accurate.
No,
'cause, like,
I don't think it's a Hanukkah. I think it would be more like a Valentine's Day, to where it's an event, but like you know,
and you always have the one friend who's like really pushy about it.
yeah, the one friend who's like really big into it, and then everyone's just kind of like, well, it's it's just Valentine's Day. Killed it.
You were so happy when you murder animals in this game.
I know. Yeah, in real life too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Why do you think he lives in Texas?
Oh, shit.
Guns.
Guns. No, but like, I would equate, like Eurovision to American gays what like Valentine's Day is. I feel like that's fairly accurate.
So what is Drag Race then? Is
Drag
Drag Race
Race-
summer?
Honestly, here's my thing. I feel like Drag Race is Shabbat. it's because of how frequently it happens.
Okay.
It's technically
So it's church. It's not
well, okay.
church or Shabbat.
Yeah, I would say it's either church or Shabbat.
Yeah.
Because
some sort of weekly religious ceremony.
Yeah.
It's church, but on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Oh, Wednesday night church, fun church.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
So Shabbat.
Yeah, so it is Shabbat. But like, so it's just kind of one of those things that keeps on happening with so much regularity, and it's really funny because a lot of gays complain about how much Drag Race there is now. Because it's like, there's Drag Race All-Stars, there's Drag Race España,
Yeah.
there's Drag Race Holland, there's Drag Race Eurovision. Yeah, the Drag Race Cinematic Universe.
There's a DCU.
Of Drag Race, yeah.
Oh,
There's
Jesus.
like so many, like there's Drag Race Thailand. There's like,
You know what I think is interesting about Drag Race is that like there's a million and one like bachelors, there's a million and one like voices and stuff like that. Like I think The Voice wasn't an American creation initially.
if I remember correctly, it was a UK thing.
Well, no, X Factor was a UK thing if I remember.
Oh, that's right, that's right.
But there's just so many different versions of that same game show. But the people who are fans of that don't give a fuck about The Voice China or The Voice Thailand or something like that.
Yeah.
Whereas with Drag Race, it's like no. It's like the MCU where you're like no. You have to watch. You have to watch
Everything.
all of them so that when they have a crossover, you know what's going on.
Yeah, so that way when you
like
know,
you have to
UK
watch
versus
the Eternals,
world-
guys, because
Yeah.
this is important.
Oh fuck, what's that one thing they made fun of in the Teen Titans movie? Like the
It was god damn it! I know what you're talking about.
yeah, and they're like they get a
uh,
movie before us.
God damn it! I can't remember what it is
And
now.
it's like it was like a really deep cut.
Oh, it was a super deep cut.
It was like the men of not mystery men, but like
No, it was like
the great investigators.
it was like Explorers of the Unknown or something like that.
It was something like that, to where it was like this super niche thing.
Yeah. Oh god.
And it was
hang
like
on.
so I just remembered that and being like, oh god, this is kind of nuts.
Yeah. Hang on. Let me.
But it's like that for Drag Race.
Let me. Oh god. Now see. Now it's a brain worm and I have to figure out what the fuck it was. Challengers of the Unknown.
That's what it was.
That's what it was. The Challengers of the Unknown.
Yeah, like the Challengers of the Unknown.
Yeah, the Challengers
for
of the
Drag
fucking.
Race.
Yeah, that's DC's Fantastic Four. Oh god. Yeah, like the So I have complicated feelings about the Teen Titans Go animated cartoon.
Their movie was fucking hilarious.
The movie was brilliant, and the show became a solid sitcom, but it's never been what I wanted in a Teen Titans show.
That's fair.
And it hurts because they got the original Teen Titans cast to come back and do it.
Mhm.
So like it's the same voices and the same style of performances, but just doing really dumb things. albeit sometimes in a really clever way. But the movie that released in theaters was fucking hilarious.
Oh, it was the funniest fucking thing.
Will and I were just rolling on the floor in the theater laughing. It was so funny.
Was also it had my favorite moment from like an audience member thing to where they had this moment in the very beginning where they had like the movie theater like, I'll take a Coke, please.
Oh, that was when we had that happen?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this one and it was like two other people in the audience that went to go see it with like just happened to be with us. And this one guy just fucking goes, Pepsi. And it was the timing of it was fucking perfect. But the annoying thing is that because we laughed at it, he was like, "Oh, I have an audience now."
Well, he thought he was a straight guy. He thought he was funny.
Yeah, he was a straight guy that made a good joke.
And then, like, straight white men can only be so funny so much.
Yeah, but they always try to do it all at once.
Right, and I'll admit I'm an anomaly. I'm not very funny, but I am very straight.
Yeah, exactly. The fact that you're straight is funny.
Yeah, it's hilarious. That's where all the jokes come from.
Exactly. But he just ended up kind of fucking ruining it because it was like, oh man, you had a good joke. You should have left on a high note, but you kept on doing it.
Yeah.
But it was like Challengers of the Unknown,
Yeah.
but for Drag Race.
Oh god, yeah. What is that? Drag Race Thailand or something?
No, oh god, I feel like that has to be a new one that has a Drag Race Oceania, Drag Race Micronations.
Micronesia.
Yeah. Oh my fucking Drag Race Micronesia. That's what it is.
Oh god, it's like the same.
Oh wait. So you know how there's the Coral Republic of Homosexuals that's like off the coast of Australia.
Oh yeah, it's just like completely abandoned island.
Yeah, it's like it's just
Oh,
this
really?
complete. Yeah, it's a micronation. It is a completely abandoned like just piece of rock.
There's a mailbox and a flag.
And there's a mailbox and a flag, and there is a declaration. And it states that any homosexual person in the world has automatic citizenship.
Oh well, congratulations.
But you could actually buy postcards. Yeah. And you could actually end up, getting postcards and stamps from them.
Oh, that's funny.
It's really great. But it's that for Drag Race.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I think that would be absolutely funny.
And Nano, I know I'm funny. I was just making a joke at my expense.
Oh, wait, you're funny?
No, I'm not. I'm just trying to make her happy.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay. Boo!
Hey, you don't know my financial situation. I need this stream.
That's fair. That's fair. I feel like if
I mean, I don't know. I'm an artist.
Oh, that's
I
true.
get it.
But I'm an actor. You don't get it.
oh, like fucking infighting with the artists.
Yes.
I mean, what else is new?
Who's poorer than who?
Yeah, exactly. It's a pissing contest of who's the poorest.
God,
Can't afford to
That's
pay.
actually something about one that makes me really happy that I'm skilled in multiple areas of production, so I can have other kinds of jobs like writing.
Yeah.
But also like I've heard horror stories of like other voice actors who like are like actors and in the sense that like that's like the one thing that they've pursued mainly. And they're talking about, like they basically like lived in a commune with other actors in an apartment in like East Dallas somewhere, and that like they stole electricity from their neighbors and stuff, and I'm just like, I never want to do that.
Like, that sounds god awful to me. Like, how these people are able to do that is.
Oh my god.
What?
Oh my god.
What?
Nano just asked, boyfriend, what do you think about Will's straight brother voice being gay for pay?
I'm a huge fan of
Oh my god.
I mean, yeah, I wish to, like, happy birthday to my favorite not gay guy.
Yes, that's true. That's very true. Yeah, no, you were there the night that we went to celebrate. It was you and Will.
Yeah, you were titillated.
And you were just like, if it happened to any straight guy, it should have been you.
Yeah. He was the one person that it would have made the most sense for.
Yeah.
Like, and I remember like the call when you mentioned that you got it.
Yeah.
You were just in shock.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I was like, yeah, go you.
Yeah. Yeah, I was genuinely just like, I don't like, the world doesn't make any sense. I don't know what's going on. This is weird. This is strange. This is new. I don't know if it's wonderful. It's and you're just like, oh, this is great, man. This is so cool.
Yeah, good for you. Good for you, bro.
Yeah. Although when we went out to dinner, you were appropriately like, yeah, but on the phone it was very weird.
Yeah, on the phone, well, it's just kind of like a, all right.
Yeah. You know, it was funny. I was thinking about it the other day. We don't talk about how luck plays into success.
A lot of success is based on luck.
Yeah, a lot of success is based on luck. It's hard to talk about, because to talk about it honestly kind of makes you sound disingenuous, or can make you sound disingenuous, or like you're self-effacing, or like imposter syndrome kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And admittedly, like, I fall into that easily, but there's also like, no, there's a practical reality of like, the right confluence of events happened for this to happen for me.
Yeah,
like
the stars had to have aligned in such a particular way.
Yeah, like I think I've mentioned, I don't know if I've mentioned this on stream before, but I've mentioned this, I think, like to you guys, especially Will, where it's like, if you ever get into like the top 10 of a casting of something, any one of those guys can do the job. Any one of you. Like, at that point, you are good enough to be whatever it is that you're going for. The only thing that comes down to final decision making is like either vibes or other external factors. Like, it's just, if you can get into that like top 10, top 20, you've done your job in terms of skill, and the rest is just out of your control.
Oh, this tall neck's locked.
You can't, that is a plot tall neck. You can't get that yet.
Okay.
But yeah, and I was just thinking about, and I saw this video essay on how much luck plays a part in success, and how like there's this sort of cultural, or there's this sort of like schism that as a society we kind of have to have, where it's you have to understand that that a large portion of your success will come from luck, but you also have to believe that you attained this through skill, because then you'll be in a position to advocate for yourself and give yourself better options to be a part of like the try to get into the top 10s of things. And so I was just thinking about it, and I was like, like, if this had gone to a different director, like if it had not been Jerry, and say like maybe another director at Crunchyroll, David Wald, who is phenomenal, he also is like a huge advocate for queer representations of queerness in media, and like pushed really hard for different companies that he's worked for to get like queer shows, and he directed them into this whole thing, and he's very not notorious, but proactive, and he also it's like not famously, but he's well known for having been like the guy who is directing and in charge of some of the gay shows that have come out recently. Like, if he had gotten the show, I would not have been cast. He would have gone with, I think he would have gone with people who identify as queer to be in that show. Granted, I think I don't know if he had time to really research it, but he would have, at least with the leads, he would have done that, I would assume. And so like it was like because Jerry directed and because of COVID, I had access to the auditions in a way that I never had before. All this stuff just came together to.
It was very kismet.
Yeah, to allow for that to happen. And so I was just like, well, thank God for Jerry.
Thank God for Jerry casting a straight man.
Yeah, he wasn't thinking about that. He was just like, in the first day I was talking about just like, oh my God, thank you so much for bringing me in. Like, I love the show, and like I have this history with it, and I was doing research on it. I was trying to do all this other stuff, and he was just like, well, because at the time I didn't know that he wasn't involved in the second round of auditions, and he was just like, well, I just put a bunch of auditions in a file and sent it off. Like,
at that point,
he was just like, yeah, no, you just had the right vocal print. I just sent that off. Oh, thank you, Nana. But yeah, it was, thank Jerry, and also thank Billy because they also had the final say.
Yeah, didn't it like come down to they thought that you were the best?
What it was there was a round of audition. It was a very bizarrely delayed production, because we got the audition sides, and it was supposed to happen like within like it was supposed to start recording in like the next week or something after like the auditions were sent in. And then a month later, I got an email saying that I was being asked to do a callback audition. And then a month after that is when we finally started recording. And what ended up happening was that Billy, I don't know if it was Billy specifically, or if it may have just been like the producer of Crunchyroll. I'm assuming it was Billy. They asked for a callback audition, the second round of auditions, and they used Jerry's name in the callback, saying that he was asking for it. So when we auditioned again, we just thought he was doing callbacks. And then when we got in the booth, we found out that no, it was the producers who wanted callbacks. And I'm assuming. Oh yeah, there's a T-Rex over there.
I've been focusing on this bitch.
Yeah, I'm assuming that it was Billy just because that makes the most sense for me. But yeah, so it was. So like it came down to, I don't know who I was up against. I'd be very curious as to who I was being.
I would love it if there's just like one fucker out there. Who's just like, could you, God damn it, who's even fucking
Well,
James G?
I still hold true to the belief that the role should have gone to J. Michael Tatum.
I mean,
I even called him after I got, because he's one of my teachers, and I talk to him occasionally, and I called him afterwards, and I was just like, yeah, no, I'm playing you. Like that's all I'm doing right now is I'm just playing you. And he's just like, good, steal my work.
I feel also Tatum was on the podcast too.
Yeah, he was. He was in the opening of season 2. No, Tatum's awesome. I
really enjoyed that. Like, I never met him before.
Well, technically you did for the podcast, but
Well,
yeah.
for him, I mean, saying like before that, I never had met him.
Mm-hmm.
And I love how we instantly vibed and just got it. Because that was a thing that I found to be just so fun. Because that was when we did Fairytopia.
Yeah, that was the second Fairytopia movie.
And our conspiracy about
about
it being a conversion therapy allegory.
Yeah.
He just picked up on that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you were there when a lot of these things got, fucking, codified, essentially.
Yeah. Oh, Nano, you said that I was typecast as gay Chinese Satan. I need to be cast in more than one thing to be typecast. So, I would love to be typecast as gay Chinese Satan.
That'd be fun to see what other roles.
Yeah,
to like Satan
if that was like a market that I could corner, that would be fun.
Fire without ammo.
Yeah, everyone's got their niche.
And you found yours.
And I found mine.
Pangolin?
Yes, it's a pangolin. Although they don't walk on their hands, which is shit.
Haha. Got that, Alright. I should probably leave. Because I'm getting my ass kicked right now.
Yeah, just go to the next quest marker.
You know what? No. I choose violence. I actively choose violence. And I will be... I say I held my ground fairly well.
I would say...
Yeah? Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, really? You would really say that about me?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. I would never have thought you thought that way.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I would say that you can operate a controller.
Oh, wow. That is...
That's dyes. Any plant you see on a rock is a dye.
I die?
I die.
I die. Iodine.
Iodine.
Dine and I?
Dionysus?
The goddess of love. That was actually a good TV show.
Well, that was Aphrodite.
Yeah,
Aphrodite, 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 the goddess of love. I think Greg Weisman also worked on that.
He also worked on the...
He worked on Aladdin.
He worked on Aladdin? Well, I mean, I thought...
He developed Aladdin, from what I remember.
Really?
Yeah. Well, that was his time at Disney, where it was that era of Disney.
Huh. A lot of good shows came out of that.
Yeah. Nano says that see, when like all Chinese BL shows, one of them is a gay Chinese Satan, but so far you got 100% of the market in America. Okay, so all Chinese shows have at least one gay Chinese Satan.
So James, you might have a market that you can corner.
If we just need to start localizing more Chinese BL shows.
Yeah, you just have to go to that specific.
Yeah, I'll say the superior one that I've been cast as.
Yes.
An ancient ruin.
But oh god, I'll say this. I think Nano, you were the one who mentioned that there was a TikTok going around of the dub, and so I infected myself with a disease that is TikTok.
Yes.
And I went looking for it because I was curious. I also wanted to find like some of the reaction videos that Kichter had because they're just so fun to show people. And I saw one of this girl reviewing the first episode, and she had no idea how to react to me. I showed you guys earlier today.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
But it was but she described my voice as something like Yami Yugi reading the final monologue to Ratatouille.
Oh yeah, like Anton Ego's monologue.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. I like that comparison. I think that comparison is. It may not be the truest, but it's the most fun.
If Ratatouille name-checked
Easy with Tanak's
And-
warriors everywhere.
In a possible reading.
Oh yeah, no, that's definitely an achievement. Let's see how you said Howard has played at least 3 gays that I know of. He's always being cast in vaguely gay
played at
sports
least
anime.
3 other gays.
Howard was the lead in Skate, which is very gay.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I've shown Will the dub, and I'm just like, if David Wald can go this full gay in a show, this show is very gay.
Exactly.
I was even making. I'm friends with one of the stars of the show, Ryan McKeon. He plays the young kid in it, and I think because he was really excited about the show and excited about the hype, and I was just like, yeah, it's super gay though, right? Like I saw like part of the first episode. It's super fucking gay.
Super hella gay.
And then so Howard plays the second lead in that, and then he plays Xielian, and then I don't know what the third vaguely gay sports anime he was a part of. I know that
I
there's
feel
Prince
like
of
all sports animes are vaguely gay.
yeah, because there's Prince of Tennis, but Prince of Tennis is not.
We need to suggest people the gayest sports anime of all. Welcome to the Ballroom.
You were talking about?
That's true.
That is a sports anime if there ever is one.
No, it's a sports anime, but it's not gay.
I would say
It's queer, but it's not gay.
I feel like that's better. I feel like that's better. If any of you guys want to look into
These
a
visions.
new sports anime,
Well, it's not new. It's like 4 years old now.
well, I mean, one that hasn't like
Yeah, but it's still amazing though.
it's one that hasn't gotten a lot of love.
No.
But Welcome to the Ballroom is an excellent anime. The animation is like wonky, but in a
Yeah,
excellent way.
it's more stylized than in the manga.
There used to be
but
more of these
it
visions.
uses it intentionally.
But it uses it intentionally. It uses it to accent the movements of dance.
Yeah, because the sport is
Because
competitive
everyone's
ballroom
just
dancing.
everyone's just long-legged, long-necked bird people.
Yeah, the sport in Welcome to the Ballroom is competitive ballroom dancing. And like they do different genres of dancing too. Like they do the cha-cha, the Charleston, Charleston Chew, Chattanooga Choo Choo, you know, all of that. jazz.
Chattanooga Choo Choo.
Yeah, the Chattanooga Choo Choo.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just making something up.
No, but like it does all the standard ballroom stuff, like tangos, things like that.
Yeah.
And it's this just obvious. It's this sports guy who's never done this before, but becomes obsessed with it, and it's so great
does Hikaru
because
see me?
one, it's
You're at war
art,
with
but it also shows how like
You've already
physically
shown that you can stand
exerting
against
all of this shit is.
Oh yeah.
because at the very
it's the
end,
it's the athleticism of dance.
It's the actual
which, like,
athleticism of
like
dance.
Gene Kelly really is the only one who's been able to really
embody that.
yeah.
And like and one thing that I really appreciate that the anime does
What does
is
it mean to be a
it does
chaplain
so there's a thing that
We
I've
will
noticed, at
outlast
least in
our
the
youth,
animes that I've
study
watched.
the
I don't know if
visions,
this is the
and share
ones
their
that like
wisdom with our young.
are
What kind of wisdom?
How to be a true
you know, like
warrior.
in other sports animes, but of the ones that I have watched,
bravery and
sweating
flinching
only
honor.
seems to be a thing that
And to know when to call.
intensifies. Like it's meant as more of like
You
an
can see
emotional
for
marker of like,
yourself.
oh, they're sweating,
Yeah.
things are getting serious.
Yeah, that's usually
as
how it goes.
opposed to in Welcome to the Ballroom, where it's like, no, these guys are like fucking going at it, and
Let's go
after
see
like
Chief Akara.
every meet they're like
He's in the
drenched
throne
in
room.
sweat,
Mm-hmm.
like, and
Following
you
the
can see
road.
it, they're like patting themselves down, and like
Be welcome
it's
among the
just
records
it's
of the
anime, so it's obviously heightened, but it feels the most akin to like the actual sport that is dance.
Before you keep going, we are about time to wrap up.
Are we about time to
Yeah,
wrap
it's
up?
about time to wrap up today.
Well, you know what? I think we should probably about time to wrap up.
Yeah, and Nana, to your point of Howard being your Chinese representation in American voiceover, he is awesome. But there's also a good number of other Chinese and I cannot remember the name of the ethnic group.
AAPI?
Thank you, AAPI actors out there. There's Emmy Lowe. There's Phil Song, who's also in Heaven of Fist's Blessing. I don't know if they're ethnicity specific Chinese or not, but there's actually quite a bit of AIP talent.
AAPI.
Thank you.
'Cause it's Asian, yeah,
Thank
Asian
you.
American Pacific Islander.
AAPI. There's quite a bit of AAPI. I mean, there's also oh god, I just completely forgot their names.
Wow, such an ally.
Afia Yu, and I cannot remember her husband. I've met him before. God damn it.
And that's the sad thing.
Yeah, I know. I mean, there's just a bunch of people. Yeah, I don't know Phil Song's background, but there's quite a bit of representation, especially nowadays.
Because
Which
people
is
actually care about it.
well, you know, I think it's also interesting about anime specifically too, is that like I mean, I have noticed in the last couple of years, especially, that there's quite a bit more minority repretation in anime than there is in a lot of other mainstream stuff. Like there's a lot of BIPOC, and there's a lot of AAPI. You know, whereas in like mainstream media, there's you get like the one person, and they
You
get
get your
like
token.
Yeah, well, not there's not so much tokens as they're just like lauded as like, look at what we're doing, you know. And
I'd say that's tokenizing.
yeah, I guess so. TGCF has a lot of AAPI. Yes, that's true. That does. Yeah. We're the. I don't know if Lucian's white. He could. I don't know what his background is. I know very little about Lucian, but yeah, I seem to be the token white guy,
Good for you.
which is fine. I know. Why can I not remember anyone's names? Jesus Christ.
Such an ally.
It did. They sound a little.
Oh, now he has to research.
Yes.
Such an
They take
ally.
that as a compliment.
Yeah. I am. I am an ally. I'm trying to look up the names of people.
Ooh, such an ally.
Yeah. Shut up. Chris Rager. God damn it. Chris Rager is another token white guy in the show.
Oh, good. Such an ally.
Yeah. But I mean, even like Rico Fajardo too is also. You know, he's also not white.
Soldiers in a
So
jungle.
there's a bunch of different people. I think Afia
Those
was
were the
also in the
10?
show.
Yes.
So yeah. So like there's
They knew how to
a
use
bunch
the
of
jungle steps to distract
bunch of
the
representation,
enemy.
and Jerry's cool about it. Like a lot of the directors at
Generations
Crunchyroll
ago,
are
my
not
clan,
like
the lowland,
they don't
to
make
this
it a
one for
political point,
inspiration,
but they're
they claim the jungle
but they
to the
are smart about that
southwest.
stuff. Like I know Caitlin Glass, her casts tend to be
Yeah.
This box is speaking
people who are
voices of the
newer,
old
but they're
ones.
also a lot of minority
there's
people in
noise
there as
up
well. And I think it's just because she's really keyed into the theater scene here in
Where'd you
Dallas.
find this?
Yeah.
We took it from
The
an
theater
Alceran
scene is
Delphi.
always like any
She's
kind of
trying to
theater scene
steal
in a,
it and
you
other
know,
artifacts from Tanaka
like big
territory.
city, and that it is predominantly
The
white,
others were going
but
to
there
bury
is
it in
a
the sand
lot
river.
of
I heard the
like
voices.
minority representation that it's at
Oh,
least
the
trying to be a
idea
lot
is
more
badly
active
corrupted,
now.
but-
I've noticed that, especially after the BLM protests, there are a lot more shows dedicated to Black Americans, or like will try to actively,
The voices of warriors
you
from
know,
the past.
cast not necessarily
And that Alceran likes to sell
non-traditionally,
them for
but
shards.
like
The
with
bravery of the 10 should be remembered.
like equity at its at like its conscious heart.
Yeah, and I'll say that I think especially with the current directors that are at Crunchyroll right now, it may not be like a strong political move, or like a strong like a not an unconscious effort, but just like a a stance that they're making of we're gonna diversify. But I think a lot of the directors are very conscious of having a broad and diverse cast.
Well, because that only benefits.
Right, because it just makes the show better, and that's that's what everyone is. I think a lot of people who are in those positions of power now understand that just like you want this wild bunch of people to come in and make something interesting,
because you get like a vast like array of different perspectives.
Oh crap! I totally forgot we were supposed to do pronunciation shenanigans.
Were we?
Yeah, I said we were gonna do it next Guys and Dolls stream, and I completely forgot.
Quick, give me stuff.
Yeah. Okay, so here we go. I'll pull up. Hang on.
Yeah, I'll wait until I get to the next save point. In the meantime,
yeah, we'll end the stream with
this little treat.
With that. Okay, here we go. And then we'll just pull up the wiki.
The wiki.
Yeah, I'm gonna put Windmaster's name in front of your face, and you're gonna die.
Oh fuck.
That is our way.
God, I'm gonna make an ass out of myself.
Yep.
If I find more of those recordings, I'll bring them back to you.
Okay, I'm preparing for this. You know what would be absolutely funny?
What?
Is if I did get like all of them pretty accurate.
Yeah, that would be really funny.
But I sadly do not know. Do not know how to pronounce a good majority of like Mandarin and Chinese names. I can barely pronounce English.
What's this?
It was planted there by the chief.
Language is not a strong suit.
Ask him if
Weirdly
you're
enough,
curious.
I'm in theater.
It's his tale to tell.
Okay.
Yes, and I do also have a hard of hearing boyfriend. All of these
The chief is
things.
inside. Are you ready?
Yes.
to
Oh,
see
and
him?
boyfriend too. She wants you because you're here. She wants you to try.
Oh God. Oh no.
Yeah. Oh, also, Nano asked if you had, funnily enough, if you had seen Heartstopper and if you were gonna watch it together. We already had a conversation before stream about Heartstopper.
And it's highly actively made.
Yeah. All right. So after this cutscene, we'll. Why did you keep playing? You could have just stopped.
Yeah.
You have this uncanny ability of just like there's a really really simple solution in front of you and you just ignore it.
Yeah.
Like not
neurodivergent.
Like not act. Fuck you. I'm neurodivergent too.
Yeah, but you're a different kind.
That's true. That's true. We're all broken in some way. But and it's not like you're actively, but you're aggressively ignoring it.
Because I do things aggressively.
Yes.
The
Okay.
savior of Meridian.
That was a weird voice I wasn't
I am
expecting.
told you held back Regalla's
Yeah, he
forces
got deep man
outside
voice.
Barren Light. And defeated her champion, Grutta.
So what? Oh, gross. Will.
He's my boyfriend. I get to do that sometimes.
No, you don't. Because you're his boyfriend. You don't touch him because you love him.
You avoid him because you love him.
You hurt him because you love him.
Oh my God. Yeah, are you straight people okay? No.
No.
But like, are you okay? No. But like, are you okay? No.
I'm not here to fight for you.
Straight people, you guys
I need
make the
something
weirdest
in that
choices.
basement. Something that will save many
Ooh,
lives.
I
yours
probably should probably
included.
pay attention to this.
It's not something you can see, but it is there.
I
and
have seen it. You have named your price. Now I name mine. With my marshals dead, I need your spear.
Okay,
Help
nice.
me
Nana pulled up
defeat
some
my
names.
enemies, and I will grant you access to the chamber below.
I don't have a price. I am not a hired killer. I'm here to save lives, more than you can count.
I count the corpses of marshals slain. I count
Actually,
hundreds
British
more
still
to
good in
knock,
this game.
whose lives hang in the balance. I will fight for them.
One thing I am gonna do is after we finish this, I want to do it over again, but like me being completely silent the entire time.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you post stream of just like, are you enjoying playing the game right now?
I'm enjoying playing the game, but like,
yeah, you're missing like 85% of the story.
yeah, I'm just basically going through motions right now, which like
You might even succeed.
is fine, especially for streams
Either
since the
way,
majority of my
it's
focus
fine.
is our conversations. But like,
My way
you know,
might hold
I
off
think-
Regala and the slaughter.
because this is a fun game to play.
Mm-hmm.
But I also really want to like get invested in the story too,
Yeah.
and
I
I
need
also
more
want to be
marshals
able to
to
do a
keep the
million
tribe
and one side
together.
quests.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
I'm that kind of
Such
asshole game
warriors
player.
can only
I'm
be
not
I'll-
a
yeah,
I'm
I'll,
not a
At a
100%er.
trial
Yeah,
by
I'll loan the
combat
PS5
call
to you when we're done.
Yeah, I'm not like
I sent out a call
100%er to
for
where
the
like I have to do every single thing. For
Since
me, I just
Regala
like
seeks
doing
to undermine me,
I like as many
She is
side
certain
quests
to
as I
attack you.
can
Mm-hmm.
before I can finish the main story.
she'll want to
I'm
kill
just
me
I don't
in
know
front
because
of the
I
assembled
like
clan.
that getting into like the world,
what, you
and I
want
feel
me
like
to be
side
your
quests are a good
bodyguard?
way to do that.
No. To defend the cool route. But there is more. Knowing Regala will attack, one of the clans had balked at sending their contestants.
But yeah, Wendy Lee. Yeah, Wendy.
Must
God, Wendy
go
Lee is so
north.
good. She plays Ling Wen in the show.
And
She's
force
also
to
Faye
cultivate.
Valentine.
Commander of
Yeah, I
the
know.
Sky
I've
Suspect
mentioned that I
sent his
want a
best.
scene where they like
Or
she
send
fights
participant.
Hua Chang, so I can have a scene
Whatever
with
is
Wendy Lee.
necessary. I can't
Because
hold the cool
Wendy Lee
route
is
with two of the
fucking
three
amazing.
clans.
Yes.
And she was one of the first people
Marshal
who
Vidala
was
will assist
cast,
you.
actually, like officially
was
cast, and like
named
was one of the
Baron
first
Light.
people to record.
But he
Really?
can still lead
From what
you.
Jerry said, yeah.
I sent him ahead to the
But
northern
she
village of
also
Stone
like
Crest.
she did it
Even
early
there,
enough to where I don't think
he
Howard
will
had been
guide you
cast,
to
and so we
guide
didn't
you.
have a lot of really great. I mean,
have
the
any
producer sent
questions
us
about your mission?
pronunciation guides,
Now
so we had something. But because Howard, is fluent in English as well as Mandarin, he can pronounce it in a way that
You
that
said you
sounds
saw
better to
what's
an
in the
English ear.
I
And
did.
so and also the
day of my
other
greatest victory.
AAPI actors who were on the show helped as
For
well.
a dozen generations, the three
So I
clans
don't think she
battled
had
for
a guide,
control of this
an
hallowed
excellent
ground.
guide yet
Yeah.
Only I
to do
achieved
those. So she just we were just
I
doing what we
fought
could.
for you.
You just kind of guess.
I mean, there's
stood
in the
my
opening
way.
monologue that I do,
When I had
like
finally
I
slain all
I
rivals,
really like
I
lean hard
stood
into
alone
Xie
in the
Lian's name,
grove.
and I'm hearing it
Victory
back
was
now. I'm like, oh
mine to
fuck.
save. So I
Even
thought.
now, I know I'm not saying it like
From
100%
the
correctly,
road
but it's a
from
lot
east,
better than what I was
the
in the
hope of
beginning.
blue
Yeah,
struck
you have
this place.
progress.
Yeah.
That chamber,
You're slowly building
dies.
up.
And they found
Okay.
lives.
all around me.
I say
visions
we try to
of
get me to
the
pronounce
road
the
grew
fucking
louder
names.
and
All right, here we go. So,
Suddenly, a new one
I'm
appeared
gonna
before me.
hang on. I'm gonna find on
The
chat.
old one spoke.
I think right now,
And
once
what
this
they
is over,
said
we're just gonna
changed
pause
everything.
and we're gonna have some fun.
Yes, Admiral Coolbean says Jimmy Cheek. No one calls me Jimmy, but thank you.
I don't even call you Jimmy.
Yeah.
That sounds gross.
No, my grandfather is Jim, so like that doesn't cross over to me at all.
Yep. Nope.
All right, here we go. All right, so these are two names. So the one that's not capitalized is one name, and the one that is capitalized is a different name. So I want you to try the first one.
Okay.
It's right there.
Okay. Hold on. Let me get this thing. Let's see.
Yeah. Now spell it so people know what you're saying.
Okay. Okay. BAI.
Mm-hmm.
Oh fuck. Lost place. Shit. Where was it?
Oh yeah, don't chat for a second so
Don't
we can
chat. Don't chat so I can go back
so
and
we
find
can
this.
yeah, because we're monitoring. Actually, here, hold on.
Okay. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it again. Shit. Fuck. Where'd it go? God damn it, you people. Trying to make.
Hang on. I think I've got a solution.
Trying to engage. Oh wait. Are we? Okay.
All right, so here, try this way.
Okay. BAI.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's kind of far away.
BAIWUXIANG.
Oh fuck. Shit.
You got 10 seconds. 9,
Fuck.
8,
Switch mics real quick.
7. Okay.
Okay, cool. We switched mics.
I know. I'm not happy.
Bai Wuxiang.
I think that's close. Bai Wuxian, I think is what it is.
Bai Wuxiang.
Yeah, although I think that's, if memory serves, that's a character from a different book series.
Okay. And then
No, that's Wei Wuxian is what I'm thinking of.
Okay. Was I correct? Was I all right?
I don't know. The chat will have to decide.
Will the chat decide if I got that right?
Yes. And then the next name is Windmaster.
Okay.
And and your pronunciation is close.
Oh, good. Yes. Okay. Fuck. She. Fuck.
Got 10 seconds.
She. Quingju?
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 Quingju. Yes, she Quingju. Okay, and then just scroll down and find some more names. There you go. It's yeah, just spell that out so people know.
Xuanzhen.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh fuck.
Got 10 seconds.
Shit. Zhuangjian?
Zhuangjian? I think it's Zhuangjian.
Zhuangjian?
I'm trying to remember it because I'm trying to remember how, because Wendy was like Zhuangjuan or something like that.
Zhuangjuan?
And then Howard was like Zhuangjuan or something. I don't remember. I'd have to see that scene.
Okay. Chat, decide.
Yes. I don't know. Nana was laughing.
That's a good sign.
I'm okay. So I got it. I was closer because I was remembering what Howard did.
Okay.
And then your Windmaster apparently was close.
Oh, good. I got that close.
Yeah, you got close.
Okay. Are there any mores here?
Yeah, there should be a couple more. Like I see Windmaster's name and I'm just like, no.
Wait.
Okay, here I'll pull up more.
Yeah, you pull up more for me to like try and actually find and do, and I will see if I can actually, do it. Riding dinos. It's the game we're playing right now. Trying to fill in the silence, because silence is evil.
Okay, here we go. This was one. This one, it may be easier for you, but we had trouble. Or we had some challenge with the name while we were recording it.
Okay. So let me see that. Banyue. Banyue?
Kind of. It ended up being like Banye.
Banye?
Or there's like a diphthong. It's like Banye.
Banye.
Yeah.
Yay?
Something like that. Yeah.
Banye.
Yeah. There's. Nana was like, yes.
Yay! I got it right.
Yes.
I have a correction period.
Yeah. We also have him. We also give him endless shit for how he pronounces binary.
Binary.
We have it recorded. I'll play it back for you.
I will. You've done that before, and that doesn't do anything. I don't hear it.
I don't know what's wrong with your brain, but
I don't know. Okay.
All right, here we go.
So the next one. FENGXIN. Fengzin.
Function.
Function.
Yeah.
Function.
Not function.
Function. His name is Function.
It's function.
Function.
Yeah. Or
Am I-
or function, I think. I
Feng-
don't know.
function?
Nana will correct us.
Oh,
Close anyway. Okay. There we go.
all right.
then,
Next one. Let's do it.
Here we go.
All right. Okay. Let's do this one.
Yeah.
All right. Try and do this one.
Yeah,
Try to do
yeah,
this
yeah.
one. Okay. MUQING. Mooquing?
Ching.
Ching?
It's mooching.
Mooching?
Yeah.
It's mooching.
It's mooching.
Shit.
Or at least that's how I've heard it pronounced all the time.
Mooching.
Yeah.
Mooching.
And then oh God.
just
All right, one more. We'll do one more.
Okay. All right.
Actually, hang on. I have the fucking books here. I'll just bring up
Oh
the
shit! Why are we doing this the hard way? Oh wait. Have Aaron do one, because Aaron, you need. Sit close to the mic. Let's get you over so everybody can hear you. Where this is your one active participation thing that we're forcing you to do. Okay. Okay. Spell it first, and then. Well, this is gonna be fun. I'm not the only one who's being tortured right now.
I feel like I'll have an easier time than you do.
Okay.
So here, right? This thing right here.
Okay. So sit in the chair.
In the chair and then record.
All right.
We only have 2 mics, so this is weird.
We weren't prepared for this.
So the one that's QIRONG.
Okay.
I'm overthinking this. Is it like? I know the Q doesn't make a traditional Q sound. Is it key wrong?
Yeah, it is key wrong.
Key wrong? Is that?
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay. My last one.
I just have Chinese friends.
Oh well, I don't. So.
Yeah. All right. So here.
I had a lot of Filipino and Hawaiian friends, not like Chinese friends. LANG QIANQIU. Long Chin Chu?
I have no idea. I don't know. This one's just in the book. I haven't heard it pronounced yet.
Okay. Oh, Green Day Angel. Pro tip: X gets romanized. Oh, okay. All right, and then the ZH makes a J sound. All right. Okay, so I'm just stupid.
Yes.
Well, this has been fun.
Yeah, this has been a lot of fun. I think it is about time for us to.
It is about time for us to wrap things up.
James has been just talking to the room.
Yeah, I've just been talking to the room. I didn't realize the mic was open. Well, thank you.
So I think it is about that time.
Yeah, so we're gonna head out.
We're gonna switch mics and say goodbye.
We're gonna switch mics, say goodbye.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Bye.
You said we were gonna switch mics and then say goodbye.
Oh, I meant it was switch mics and say goodbye.
Yeah, no, you said switch mics and then say goodbye.
Oh, yeah, I meant it as and.
Yeah. Also, announcement. I'm super busy still this week, so
Because you got projects.
because I've got scripts, so I'm not going to be streaming for the rest of the week. As far as I know, next week should be back on a normal schedule. I'm also thinking of doing some different stuff for the next couple of streams. I think Green Day, you mentioned something about maybe doing like a review or something of the Untamed show or something like that. And then I went back and I realized when I did a Twitter poll, that's what most people were wanting me to do.
They like you reviewing stuff.
So they want me to review stuff. So I think I'm going to start reviewing that show. And maybe the other books, I don't know. We'll see how we'll see how that pulls in people. Like that's going to be an idea where like if it's something that is a popular idea, then I'll keep doing it. But if it's not a popular idea, then I think I'm just going to go back to doing really awkward gaming streams.
All right.
And this shit.
Okay, cool. Whatever the fuck this shit is.
Yeah, whatever the fuck this shit is. All right. Well, so this is tell Crunchyroll to dub it. That The Untamed is a Netflix thing. Crunchyroll's got nothing to do with it. If Crunchyroll somehow got the rights to the anime to God damn it, Master Demon Cultivator, whatever the fuck the name is of the book series that it's based off of. That would be a different scenario. Oh no! You're talking about the anime. Yeah, I mean, it would be cool if they got it. They have a couple of other donghua, but that one's not on the list, and I don't know who owns it or if they're going after it or not. But anyway, so yeah, so that'll be a thing going forward. We'll see you guys next week.
All right.
Until then, we are signing off.
All right. Bye-bye.
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 You will have what was promised if you succeed.